And welcome, everybody. It is Wednesday night, 9 p.m. on the East Coast, 6 o'clock on the West Coast. This is the Rideshare Garage. And yes, I can talk again. I have been unshackled from my oppressor, Black Vinny. He has given me permission to actually co-host the show again. So I just want to say thank you to Back Vinny, not Black Vinny, it's Back Vinny tonight. That he's letting me come on out. All right. Next to me over here, we got Tony the Driven Dad from Denver. What's going on, Tony? How are you tonight?
Doing good. How are y'all?
All right. You got some news you're gonna talk about, so we'll come back to that in a minute. We got
I don't have any
Miami.
news yet.
Oh, no new. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. Below me, I got Nick, also aka known as Miami Vinny. What's going on, Nick? How we doing tonight, brother?
Hey, I'm doing good. It's another day to be alive. So another day to
Amen to
make this
that. Ain't
money.
that the truth? All right, all right. Next to him, we all the way from LA, we got Mr. Scott Robinson. What's going on, Scotty Too Hottie?
Hey, how are you guys?
All right, all right. Below Nick, we got Omar. I know Omar's going to try to get out and do a little things, but he's going to shed some light on the opening topic tonight. Omar, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I wish it was busier. It's crazy when you want to work more. Like
It
that's a weird.
ain't that
That's
the
a weird.
damn truth.
Isn't it a weird concept, right?
Yeah, when you actually want to be out and getting it, and it's like, what the hell? The app, my app is broken. My app is broken. We can get
Real.
into that a little bit. And then below him, we obviously we got Back Vinny, aka Steven, the unbroken driver. Not looking as crispy as he did last week. Last week he was looking all suave, Luther Vandross out. Tonight he's kind of looking like, I don't know, SpongeBob. I don't know what's going on over there with him. Steven, how you doing tonight, buddy?
All
Okay, he's got no voice. All right. Well, listen.
right.
I was gonna say the
Yeah, the
unbroken Vinny,
unbroken Vinny, right?
but he's broken.
Not for much longer.
Yeah, right. Steven, you good down there, buddy?
Sorry about that. My headset decided not to be working. So, hello everybody. How's everybody doing? It's good to see
Oh,
you.
so actually it's the broken Vinny. Okay, it's the actual broken Vinny tonight. Okay, we got it.
Oh,
All right. So without further ado, we are going to get into the first topic of the night, guys, and for like guys like Scott who haven't heard about this yet. In our market, at least in Florida, we now have what they call XXL. And if you don't know what XXL is as a platform, let me show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Now, you notice you got your normal Uber X, you got your Comfort Electric, your Premier SUV, Uber XL, and now introducing Uber XXL. And you want to take a guess at what vehicles actually qualify for Uber XXL? We're going to get into that. Let us know in the comments. What we have discovered is that this is only to the airports. So far, it only appears that you can order a double XL going to the airports or coming from the airports. So, I guess the first question is, guys, is this in everybody's market or is this just in our market down here?
It's in I think every market now.
Let me check
whoa,
LAX.
yeah, check it.
I'm not sure.
Because I don't think we have that. We have Uber Pet, which is the best.
Okay.
You're gonna describe what it is, Vinny?
So, you know what? Yeah, from what we're gathering, so your normal Uber XL seats up to 6 passengers. But when going to the airport, when you've got those groups of people that don't need an XL or an XXL, they need a fucking U-Haul. They are now going to be able to order an Uber XXL, which, after looking it up, turns out to be 6 passengers plus a lot of luggage. Right, exactly, Melvin. It started in Orlando, but then all of a sudden it showed up here. It was first in Orlando, and I originally thought, because we talked about it on the radio, I originally thought this was a way that Uber was going to try to get around their deal with Mears.
It is not here in LA.
So LA does not have XXL yet.
Yeah,
Well,
Orange County doesn't either.
Scott needs to check his app because maybe Steven
No,
won't
Orange
see it.
County. No, Orange County doesn't have it.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'm gonna add everybody in the Discord.
okay, yep. So apparently, what it is what we're finding is there's a host of minivans, and like your Suburbans, Yukon XL, those very large. But we know the Expedition Max doesn't count. Counting Tom is saying we do not have XXL in Tampa yet. So we are one of the first markets with it. It was Orlando and then us. So there you go, guys. My initial feeling is this is going to hurt regular Uber XLs to a point. But even more so than that, this is now going to cheapen. It's going to cheapen the Premier SUV. Because we know that riders are hit to the game and they will fish on Premier rides for Suburbans. So they order a Premier ride, they get me in the Tesla, they immediately cancel. But if I'm in my Caddy, if I'm in my XT6 SUV, they'll accept that ride on Premier.
Your wife's SUV.
Sure, yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, so the point is, listen, don't get me mixed up with Richie Wu, okay, buddy? Okay, that title's in my name, Hoss. All right, I pay those bills. It's some bitch here. Anyway,
With this Tesla.
to me, I don't know. My initial thoughts is, while I understand 6 people with big ass suitcases, they need a bigger vehicle or they need a second vehicle. But what I don't like is what's going to happen with the Premier SUVs, which, by the way, I do not qualify for. I do not qualify for those, but I do qualify for Lyft Black SUV, which we all know, and this is the second part of this, and then I'm going to turn it over to the panel. The second part of this is, if Uber's doing it, Lyft's going to have the same shit in 30 days because that's what they do. One chases after the other. So, okay, guys, let's take it around the horn. Let me start with Scott on this one. Scott, what's your initial thought process on this, buddy?
So if it's super slow on Premier SUV and Premier for you guys, and if you guys are renting an SUV, it is a great way just to at least get something for the next hour or so if you know it's going to be dead the next couple hours. So XXL, yeah. But if you drive, let's just say you have a 2022 Kia Telluride that doesn't qualify for that, then it's going to kind of hurt you because now those rides are just going to go there. And so it's a 50-50. It's a good and bad thing. We just have to wait to see.
Okay.
Okay, so what's the difference
And price?
In rate?
So for what we looked up, it looks to be, if you look at Premier SUV, then it's Uber XXL, and then it's Uber XL. And there's about a $5 difference between the 3 platforms. Maybe a little more between XXL and SUV. You know what? I'm gonna screenshot it right now. I'll pull up something right now and let me do it that way. That way you guys can talk about it, and I'll bring you that. I'll show you what it looks like.
Vinny, I thought you were gonna mention, and I'll just go real quick. I thought you were gonna mention the Mears thing in Orlando, but so the one issue that's unique in Orlando is that Orlando has Uber Black, which is a regulatory thing. Any market that has Uber Black is a regulatory thing. So this is a way to go around that regulation in certain markets. I'm actually surprised to hear it's not in LA. I could have sworn it was in another market besides ours in Florida. So my initial thoughts is that, like, at first I was a little pissed off about this, but then I thought about it and I said, well, wait a minute. Again, to Vinny's point, these people need a U-Haul. You could order an XXL, and when you're coming off the cruise ship with half of your house with you, not your luggage, half of your house with you, it's like you moved. And it's not going to matter. You need more than a Lux Black SUV on Lyft or a black SUV on Uber. So, my initial impression is that this is not really. There's a possibility that this could lower that this could lower the Premier SUV a little bit going to the airport, but who needs this? And this is coming from years of experience here. The people who need this are the people that are staying within 5 miles or less of the airport, and they're taking a cruise tomorrow. So they're staying in downtown Miami, or they're staying in Fort Lauderdale, and they're taking a cruise on Friday. You get in on Friday night, and they're leaving on Saturday morning. That's who's going to need this. The service is not available anywhere else. It's not even available at West Palm Beach International. Only FLL and MIA, and I guess MCO. 3 places in the entire state. 3 places in the entire state. There's not going to be a. This is just not. It's not going to. It's a big nothing burger because you can't order the service unless you're specifically going to the airport. And who's going to need this service? Just people that have a shit ton of luggage because they're going on a cruise. Now, how does this hurt the XL? No, I don't want to take that trip to 17th Street. So please order a double XL, because the Premier SUV doesn't want to take it either. Because I know at least 2 people that do Premier SUV. They don't want that trip anyways. They sit there in the lot.
Well,
so
so
like what Scott said, it's a little bit of both good and bad. I think I don't see it as an issue. I know what you're going to say, Vinny. Well, I have an idea of what you're going to say, but I still want you to say it, please, because we had for everyone that doesn't know, we had a little bit of a conversation about this ahead of time, and so now we're bringing it to everybody on the show because it's good, it's good to talk about. But I don't see this as the beginning of a precursor of anything. Again, you're talking to. I am not an Uber homer in any way, shape, or form. Listen, I could care less if Uber burned to the ground tomorrow. So I just, in a way, I'm actually saying something good about Uber. I've actually kind of wanted this for a long time. I've wanted something that could take away the 6 passenger with 6 bags of luggage from me, because that doesn't work in my truck.
That makes sense.
Yep.
But then my question, are we getting, is there a market that has black that has XXL?
Orlando.
Oh, it does have black. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
So maybe in Orlando, it hurts those guys. Maybe we don't. Well, no, we can check that. I guess we could check.
Well, it's like you said.
I would say maybe because Orlando has Disney World, and that's why they put that there.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up.
Somebody with a stroller and a bunch of people going at the same time.
And I'm pretty sure they're gonna bring it here to Orange County in LA because of Disneyland and LA.
Right.
All right, so let me show you guys the price difference. Right, this is in real time. I just checked these. This is going to Fort Lauderdale Airport. Okay, Uber XL, the Fort Lauderdale Airport, is $32.45. They got some big discounts going right now. You can see they got discounts. So normally the Uber XL it's $41. Okay, from my place. Right now we go to the next one. Hold on, because I had to take 2 screenshots to make it work. What the fuck? Now you can see Uber XXL would be normally $47. So there's a $7 difference between XL and XXL. And then to get to Premier SUV, it's almost another $20. So what I'm suggesting is, if you're a Premier SUV driver and you opt in to take an XXL trip to the airport, you're going to cost yourself, the rider is going to pay $20 less.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there alone is a bad sign for Suburbans and Escalades and Expeditions, or whatever the Navigators, whatever those Premier SUVs are. Guys like Omar and I, and Richie and everybody else with these midsize SUVs, the QX60s, which is extremely popular. All right. We don't get Premier SUV anyway. So we're going to be relegated now to even less XLs. Because sometimes, while Omar might not take them, Omar represents probably about 10% of the drivers. The other 90% of the drivers out here that actually they take rides because they got bills to pay, okay, they're going to lose a small percentage of rides. My case in point is this. How many 1-person or 2-person XL rides do you give now? I give a lot. just because they want a little more room. So I'm
But
just
don't
saying.
you think it's almost guaranteed the XXL is going to have more passengers, or at least have you being more responsible for more stuff?
Well, you're going to be responsible for more luggage, because if you look at it, Premier SUV luxury rides for 6 with highly rated drivers under the XXL
You know what?
ride for 6 with room for extra luggage, and then when we look at XL, right, affordable rides for groups of 6 up to 6.
But what do you think? I mean, okay, we know what the language is, the flavor text is, but then we have to look at it from the perspective of what kind, like you just said, what kind of riders actually utilize this. And what I'm seeing, like Scott was saying, you're talking about going to Six Flags or some kind of event where you need to stack in multiple people, and maybe they need to bring a stroller, or you're talking about 2 or 3 people and they have tons of luggage or whatever.
I don't think it's going to matter.
I mean, true.
I don't think it's going to matter. And to be honest with you, I think now what we got to watch, I won't be able to do this. Only Omar and the 2 Richies on our radio channel will be able to do this right now, right? Is you guys got to, if you think XL prices were already coming down, look how they changed the language. They just changed the language to affordable rides for groups of up to 6. It's never said that before. So, I don't know.
That's the same thing I used to say about Comfort and Comfort Electric. They all of a sudden changed the language and threw it down into economy.
So there you go. So I just wanted to bring this up to everybody, and yeah, you guys can go ahead and talk about it, discuss it.
So FYI, in Orlando, I'm looking at the market right now. I'm trying different addresses and different destinations, going to and from the parks and whatnot, and to International Drive and all that stuff. Right now, all I'm getting consistently is only from MCO. Same thing as down here. Going to MCO and leaving MCO is the XXL option available. It gets kind of crazy. You got Wait and Save, you got UberX Priority, Uber Pet, then you have Car Seat XL. Car Seat XL. Up to 6 equipped with a car seat. And then, of course, you have black, but I don't see a black SUV. I just see black. So it just says luxury ride with professional drivers. I don't know what that means, professional drivers. It's so stupid. And then you have XX. You have XXL. But again,
that means
you don't,
licensed drivers.
Yeah.
Licensed private.
And we're drug tested and everything.
somebody was like, I could hear them in the background. Maybe that was Tony, I guess. Maybe he's far away from his mic. I don't know. But yeah, so again, you don't have it going like from hotel to hotel or from like Epcot or wherever Disney. Yeah, it's not there. No. But somebody mentioned it, and I thought that might make sense. I think it was Scott that mentioned it. It might make sense that they make it from the theme parks, because some of these theme parks, for anybody that doesn't know, Orlando actually has a queue. Some of the theme parks have a queue, like the airport.
Mm-hmm. From what I've seen on this side of just Disneyland and people coming from Orange County into Disneyland, whenever I get clients or even a black SUV ride that's going into Anaheim, they're bringing so much stuff, and they're only here for 5 days, but they're bringing for 5 people. Each person has a medium-sized suitcase and one large suitcase. So I can see.
These people living there.
Yep.
Melvin suggests those big SUVs are going to be pissed off carrying more luggage, which is why I wanted to bring Raymond on tonight, because Raymond drives a Suburban down here.
Well,
right. Go ahead.
Remember the minivans too. Asher's clapped out Sienna qualifies for it. So make of that what you will.
Yeah. So now the clapped out Sienna is going to make more money than your QX60 and my XT6.
I don't see that. It's just in one place, bro. How? I don't see it. I don't.
Well, because listen, if you're doing airport rides like you like to do early in the morning, when you start losing out on those airport rides and you're sitting there playing with your dick in the middle of fucking the casino, you're going to think back to this conversation. You'll be like, I didn't want it anyway. I didn't
Well,
want it anyway.
If I'm
Then
wrong,
you
I'm
tied
if
it
I'm
enough.
wrong, I'm wrong. But I can tell you right now, the reservation prices have been going down for a long time to begin with. So I've already gotten
Well, yeah.
reservations, and I'm like, I'm not even moving. I look at them and I'm going, I'm not even moving.
Right.
They're becoming like normal XL requests.
Yeah. What that's that, bro. Here, Archie said it best right here, bro. Archie and I, we see a little differently on what I'm doing with the Tesla and stuff, but we see this correctly. It's a way for Uber to make more profit and kill the SUV market. I still say that was their original intent to get around their Mears deal. And somebody else is trying to get in the room. That's their way to get around their Mears deal, which is the limo drivers. That's Uber Black in Orlando. Those are limo drivers that you get through the Uber app.
All right, well, that's my cue to take off. I will try to catch up with you guys later.
All right.
Have a good one.
See you. All right. I got to invite a couple more people in here because they're getting on me on the. Melvin, I sent you a link, buddy.
So I mean,
But if you want,
I know I'm not an XL driver.
I sent Ronald a link.
I was just looking at it like maybe this is like a comfort type of situation. Like for us X drivers, we had comfort and we got comfort electric, and then now we got business comfort.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
and watch them take comfort electric and try to, just like what they're doing with standard. And you're saying there's a bunch of ride types that are falling under this XXL thing. It would be crazy to see comfort all of a sudden turn into a multi-tiered platform.
mm-hmm.
Okay, you can get comfort. You can get comfort. What is it? Comfort green or whatever they want to call it. You can get comfort electric.
What about
you can get comfort small, comfort large.
what about black electric or electric black?
that
I mean, please.
that will probably come in 2025 when the Cadillac Escalade electric comes out. That might come out where it's where they at least have an SUV where it's fully electric. They might do black SUV and then black SUV electric or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either, but that would be insane. Has anybody really taken a look at the price of how much those things start at?
Yeah, it's 100. Yeah, I've looked at it. It's 150K starting.
Yeah, it's insanity.
We talked about this. I think it's very possible we end up with just, instead of it saying black and black XL and all that, I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden they try to shaft it down to pure black. And we know there's markets that only have black. They don't even have a black SUV.
So, all right. So, Eddie, what's up, Eddie? Hey, man, ¿qué pasa, bro?
What's going on, guys? What is going on?
Man, you're taking a night off at OnlyFans.
Yeah, you guys didn't show up, so I was like, you know what? No need to.
I was there.
Shows. No, you weren't.
I was there. I was front and center in the arena.
Yeah, sure you were.
I had my popcorn and everything ready.
Yeah,
and I was trying to order. And I was trying to order an XXL for everyone to come join me.
Yeah. Where?
You guys keep saying that XXL. It's like sounding like Uber Sexl.
Yeah, it's coming, buddy. It's
like he tried to order his Uber XL. He tried to order his Uber XXL, but Omar wouldn't take the ride. So.
Well, before I get off this slide and get into the next subject, I just want to show you guys something. Premier SUV, 26 to 30 cars. Uber XLs, Uber XXL, 21 to 25. And then regular XLs are 46 to 50.
Jeez.
This number here, this XXL number, I promise you, is going to affect these other two platforms. Just give it time.
And I'm wondering, I'm just wondering if people are getting off their plane, I wonder if XXL is the first thing now that they're going to see. Like, hey, you need more luggage space? We have it for you for this price.
Well, yeah.
You already know.
Wasn't that supposed to be kicked off like a while? Well, they were talking about it a while ago.
What's that?
The XXL.
No, it's here. It's in our market.
Because I know over here, people, because I know they were supposed to change that. Over here, people order XL, and they have 6 people with them, but their luggage don't fit in my car. And I always ask them, it's supposed to be XXL in your app, but I guess it's not here yet.
But Eddie, are you talking about specifically to the airport?
Yeah, so when I get an airport run, they order for an XL, and I have a whole bunch of luggage with them. And so for me to fit the luggage, I gotta put the seats down, which they lose 2 seats, so I can only take 4. And I thought this is an XL, and I was like, yes, it is, but you lose the room. But I always ask them if there was an option to order an XXL, which is those types of trucks. But no.
Well, I always told them, listen, I've never had, well, you know what? I can't say that. I had the problem one time. And I'm kind of glad I had the problem because I didn't like their attitudes anyway. But I told them, listen, order a Premier SUV and you'll always get a Suburban or bigger.
That's right.
So, don't be so fucking cheap. You'll be okay.
There
But you
go.
want to be cheap. You want to ball on a budget. Well, this ain't fucking, we ain't in the hood, motherfucker. Our bills are real. Even in the hood, the bills are real now. On just a side note, bro, in the hood right now, 1 bedroom, 1 bath apartment in the hood here in South Florida, in the hood is $1,800 a month.
Yes, it is.
God damn!
I'm in the hood and I pay
In the hood, $1,800 a month.
I'm not in the hood,
I'm in the hood and I pay $1,800. Yeah.
and I pay 16
Jesus.
for a 2
But you know what? You know what, guys? If you are one of those drivers who's gonna feel the pinch on the XXLs and losing the XLs, and your Premier SUV drivers having to drop down $20 less for the XXL, you could always sign up for Uber's new and improved Kelly Services all employment service. I don't know how many guys got this today in the mail, but I'm going to read it to you. Learn more about Uber tasks. Hi, Vincent. They know my name. Uber has a new way for drivers and delivery people like you to earn on your own schedule with Uber tasks, i.e. TaskRabbit, guys. Think TaskRabbit. You can now help customers out with small projects in and around the home, including furniture assembly, laundry, packing and unpacking, cleaning up their yard, mulching, garden maintenance, and lawn mowing. The lawn mowing
no
is the one that
snow
got me.
removal.
I don't see, bro. Listen. Here's the thing. If you are interested in learning more about this new way to earn, click the button below to be eligible. You'll need to have the correct tools and equipment to complete the task you select.
That is
Did you click on it?
desperate.
No. Did you click on it? Did
So
you
wait,
click on
wait.
it?
No. Hell's
Vinny,
wrong
we
with
Click on
talked
it.
about
Just
this.
sign it up. Sign
So
up
we
for
ta-
us.
Hell no.
So we talked about this. They're literally going to make you bring your own equipment, and they're not going to pay you for it.
That's
Again. Again, if you're going to go cut somebody's yard, you got to have your own lawnmower. You can now hire a lawn service through Uber, bro.
Vinny, just do it for a week and just tell us how it goes.
Scott, I like
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Do it for sign.
Vinny's
Yeah.
gonna end up
Bring that Tesla
Vinny's
lawnmower.
gonna drop dead.
Hey, you know what? Have your own washing machine and dryer. You can't take it. You
Yeah,
can't take
yeah.
it to a laundromat. You have to have your own washing machine and
Yeah.
dryer and do their laundry.
Yep.
I mean,
So you go to their house, pick up their laundry, cut their grass for them, and then bring it back to your house. Do their laundry and bring it back the next day.
I'm sorry.
Whatever.
Can you do me a favor? I'm kind of handicapped. Could you wipe for me?
I mean, that's next. That should be the next bullet point
Yeah.
under lawnmower.
Yeah. Just
yeah.
think about it. Just think about it. Who do you think are the people that are gonna call Uber for them to do the furniture, laundry, packing, yard cleanup?
Oh,
What
I
about
will.
Who do
Uber
you call?
Walk? Like where you
Yeah.
hold people's hands for them?
Yeah, you're gonna go into an abandoned house, right? And it's gonna be some homeless guy that took the phone and be like, "Yeah, can you just like wash my clothes for me?" Just imagine
Bro.
that.
Well, what do you mean
So-
you don't have a washing machine? I paid you to
Cuddle.
wash my clothes. What do you mean you don't have a washing
Pay for
machine?
this service.
That's gonna be
Uber is
great.
dipping in
There's
on
a-
that Uber cuddle.
Uber cuddle?
There's a few ways you can look. There's a few ways you can look at this. I mean, if you want, I mean, you can definitely build a customer client base. Uber brings you the customers. You take them and then you build your own business. I think, yeah, we can look at it, and this is whatever. I know people in the comments talking about slavery, Uber X slavery, whatever, but build your list. If you like lawn mowing, if you like garden maintenance, people will pay. If you contract work, I mean, I think that's where we're going now. Right now, everybody's having issues getting laid off, people losing jobs. So Uber's like, yo, let me get a piece of that pie. So that's just my opinion on that there.
That's a good point.
I like it. It's a new pivot.
Mhm.
You know? I like the one Orlando's like Uber test.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what it is, bro. Now this is what this
Could
is.
you do
This
my
is task
homework
prep.
for me?
Hey,
This
you
is
know
all
what? If they
task
put it
prep
in
now.
there and you pay me a good penny, I might,
See, but
tell
that's the
Chat
thing. You
GPT
say,
to help me with the homework.
you say good pay, but we all know Uber isn't going to pay you well.
Oh,
I
not
don't
at
know.
all, man.
I see it more where they're taking advantage of it. It's just going to become an escort service.
Yeah. There's a lot of risk in this too. Hey, come on and do yard cleanup, and some young lady or whatever comes to the house, or even a guy comes to the house and somebody wants to do something, weird with him. But
Oh yeah.
Yep. Just wait for
Well,
the
Hey,
lawsuits to
it's
come in.
all part of the service.
Yep.
like I say, I can see it now. So you get a Uber Connect to go to IKEA to pick up the
Discrimination.
the boxes,
discrimination.
right?
Uber
Then
foot
then you,
massage.
then you
Stop
get
it,
to the
dog.
house. Then you get to the house to deliver the furniture from IKEA. All of a sudden, Uber trip updates. You're now there to assemble it all. And then when you're done assembling it, then you get another update on the phone. Customer has added a stop. And you got to take the fucking trash to the dumpster down the street. And then you complete the job. And 3.5 hours later, you get $12.95.
There you go.
Yeah,
Uber foot
why is the
No
massage.
extra
tip.
pieces and you got to
It was
explain
a
to the
pleasure,
customer,
sir.
I'm a professional
I am
and I
a
didn't use the
man.
instructions.
That's gonna
That's
be
what I
that's
was
gonna
just
be
saying,
Uber
Rolando.
friends.
I'm telling you.
Order a friend to come to your house and be your friend. It's gonna be in the near
Hey,
future.
Eddie,
Yeah.
they're gonna take your business away. It's gonna be Uber fans.
No, this is gonna be good for my business. It's gonna be real good for my business because this is gonna be like this is gonna be like the stories of a lifetime. I wonder if anybody does this. Vinny, go for it. Just make sure you record the whole entire experience. I really
Uber
want to see how it
fans.
goes.
That's all I want to see.
Yeah,
Just
Melvin,
one time.
we've been thinking alike there.
There'll be a lot of Uber videos on that website showing how. You know what? Let me not even go there. I'll leave it alone. We're on a public
No,
website.
go for it, buddy. Go for it. Go
Oh
for it.
man,
Go
no,
for it.
no. Reputation here. Trying to build my brand on YouTube.
But by the way, for those who don't know, that is Ron from the Rideshare Culture. My oldest and
In the
dearest friend who acts
house.
like he don't like white people anymore because I don't ever hear from him
Hey,
anymore.
listen,
But it's
Vinny. I
okay. I
think
get it.
no,
Listen.
no,
Don't
guy
get loud
team.
with me, man. Don't get
Vinny
loud with
has
me, man.
ignored my text
Don't put.
messaging.
You know what? You know
Black-
what? Time out. God damn it! I got the power. The white guy's got the power, Ron. Get him, Black Vinny. Get him. Okay.
Listen,
Go ahead.
man. I'm the third black guy. All right. We got two other black.
Oh
people
my
up
God!
here.
Don't start that
So
grown-up
many
shit.
black people up here, so I couldn't be
You're gonna get us
added too
canceled.
quickly. You had to replace me by a Latino guy. I'm just saying. Just talking about.
Hey, he's like, get it right. I'm Puerto Rican.
Puerto
Well, hold on. If we're going there, goddammit, if we're going there, Tony and no, actually, I'm underrepresented
That is true.
because
I think you're the only white
Tony
guy.
You're the
yeah, because
minority,
Tony
Vinny.
and Eddie are Spanish, right? And then you, Nick, and listen, I only found this out about Nick the other day that he was black. I never knew it.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know. I swear, I did not know Nick was
Nick,
black.
you had it on the download? What?
Bro, somebody on the radio
was
said we
hiding
got
my
a black
skin.
guy here or something to that effect. And I'm like, who's the black guy? And they said, Nick. I said, Nick ain't black, man. Stop lying. Bullshit. I would have never known if it wasn't taught to me what black and white was. I would have never known until they taught it
Yeah,
to
so
me.
when you guys come to Austin and for some reason we start getting chased by the cops, we gotta leave Vinny
Oh, no,
behind
listen,
because he's the
listen,
first one to live in the zebra.
Right.
It's gonna be a glow stick going down the road.
Nick and I are coming, bro. Nick and I are coming with some power. Nick and I, we're bringing that Miami Heat up to Austin. But listen, Nick, I got to get you the discount code to the scuba tanks and the swimming fins, because they got too many people turning up in that river down the street from Eddie's house. So if we go swimming, bro, we're gonna need our tanks and our scuba gear and shit.
My God.
We already coming loaded for bears, so we ain't worried about that.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Every time I see like girls here coming, to party and all that stuff, I always tell them, it's like, hey, whatever you do, just don't go by the river. Okay, late at night.
What?
Damn, Kerry said he thought I was Cuban, bro.
Cuban?
Yo, dog.
How the hell you
this
pick
man-
up Cuban by looking?
How you put Cuban on this
He's
white
whiter than the
man
screen.
here?
Well, Vinny does say he's from Miami, so you know.
Oh, that
Wait,
is
man.
true. Yeah, he could pass.
Hey, bro, I tell you something, man. Don't
That
you
is
tell me
true.
what to do, man. I kick your ass, you
hey,
culo
listen.
moricón.
you
If you
swam
put
a
Vinny at the
far ways
domino
to get there,
table,
Vinny.
if you put Vinny at the domino table at Orlando, Tampa, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, that's all the airports I've seen where they play dominoes, by the way. Vinny will fit right in. No problem. Right in.
Easily.
Easy. Even
Wait,
Nick.
man. Hey, man. You don't know, man. You don't know me, man.
next.
I tell you.
You got that?
You don't know me. You don't know me.
Yo.
Hold on, brother. You don't know me, brother.
You have a little Cuban coffee right there, man. Oh,
Ex-
We are going
Yeah,
to be
hey.
so bad
That's
at a
funny.
bar here.
Coladas, bro. Coladas. Or
I
coletas.
just said I want to learn Spanish for so long because like the Cuban coffee is so good.
So good. So bad.
You know
So
what?
good.
Wait,
You want
are we
to
talking
lose
about, like,
weight?
are we talking about the coffee or are we
Drink that
talking about
Cuban
the girl?
coffee. No, the
Well,
coffee.
girl,
Stay
I
away
mean,
from
the
the Cuban
girl's
chicks.
not bad. Wait a minute, Vinny.
Yeah.
Bro, you better stay
Cuban
away
girl.
from them Cuban broads.
Listen, I'm not saying not
Bruh.
to be. I'm just saying they
Bruh.
look good too. It depends on where you go.
You know
gotta
what?
go to North Hialeah.
Apples look good too, and look what happened to Adam. Okay? Look what happened to Adam with the apple.
Hey man.
Hey, it was a
Hey,
fruit. You don't know
Adam
that
was
was
like,
man.
Adam's so mad. He's like, I want my rib back.
Listen,
Bro, I'm trying
resume.
to
This
tell you
is the
something,
Rideshare Garage. We went off a little bit to the side. That's all right. Resume. We're coming back
Yeah,
in.
we really went off the side. I'm
We
sorry.
went off to
Kyle,
the
I
left.
sent you the link too, bro.
It's
See,
his fault.
Rolando knows. Rolando knows. He knows I'm telling the truth, man.
Look,
You don't want none of
I
that Cuban
wanted to
broad.
point out. I wanted to just get on.
No,
Not that I'm trying to pull it back, but I wanted to have my little point on the XXL situation. You know, this is what I realized about the Uber passenger app. What it's been doing is, hey, resume, what's up? It's been showing your ride types that it thinks you would take. That's what I realized. So I was ordering an Uber the other day, and it was like, oh, we think that you're gonna take a Comfort electric ride. And I was like, why would it even think that I would? And I realized that when I moved the map around, the right type suggestion changes. So if I'm in downtown, it had recommended me on the first line Premier. So now I'm thinking maybe this Uber XXL thing might be that when you're at the airport, depending on who you are, if you're always with a group of people, always ordering XL, it's going to suggest XL now rather than XL. It's trying to move you into a different category. I mean, that's just my opinion. I just wanted to put my 2 cents in there.
Well, I tell you, you said one thing there. I'm sure you guys on the panel and out there in the chat have discovered how Trip Radar is working, right? Every time you get a Trip Radar request, if you tap on it and they're not giving it to you, it's because you were the higher priced Uber Trip Radar. There's somebody lower than you. So when you're sitting there and you keep tapping on the some bit, I don't even bother to tap anymore. Trip Radar pops up, I look at it, I laugh, and I minimize it because I already know no matter what, if they want me to have the ride, they're going to send it to me directly. If it's not coming to me directly, that means my price is higher than what they're trying to give it to somebody else.
Because you tap it, it goes away, and then they resend it to you, but cheaper.
So I'm just saying the whole fucking Trip Radar auction house. That's the auction. It's not even Trip Radar. It's Trip Auction House. I don't know how they get away with that shit, bro. Of all the things everybody's working on, Trip Radar should be the number one priority.
But Vinny, you got to look at it from the passenger perspective, right? So it shows you, hey, I want a trip down to South Beach, right? It shows you $9.99, but then it shows you the wait and save 15% or save, this amount if you wait for it. So on the passenger side, you're like, oh shit, I'm getting a discount. Let me do that. But and then they're pushing they push the request to everybody in the market that's over there, and whoever takes it for the less amount, that's who they give it to.
Well, I mean, when a rider pulls up shit like this, right? We go right back to this again, right? This is in my app. Look at these discounts, bro. The Uber X shared, instead of $23, it's gonna be anywhere from 14 to 18. Uber X, instead of $23, it's gonna be 19. Instead of 40, 32. Uber X Priority, instead of 28, 22. What's the difference between Uber X and Uber X Priority? $3. Hey, Comfort, $23. Same fucking price as an Uber X Priority. What the hell?
It's basically a race to the bottom. It's like, I don't know how I'm getting these discounts, because some of them are like 25% lower, right? And I don't have Uber One membership or whatnot, but I'm getting the discount on the passenger side. So if they're deducting that from passenger side, you think they're going to give you any more? Of course not, right?
Oh.
So it's basically a race to the bottom.
No.
Yep. By the way, for you guys,
for
you guys that don't know, that's Kyle Weezoom. He is the owner of GiveWithIt.com. They are our official, because I've officially made them our official sponsor. So y'all make sure y'all scan it up and go check him out.
And the only reason I came on here is because I looked down at all the people and there's no Asian, man. What's up with that? So I got.
Oh my God!
Yeah, Asian.
Oh my God!
Where's Buddha? Where's Buddha?
Oh my God!
Oh no, he's not. He's not Asian, man. Come on.
Oh my God! By the
I
way,
bet you're here to sell your shirts.
I'm gonna let you know, Weezoom. I've been wearing. Listen, bro. Look, I've been wearing my hoodie, man.
There you go. See, so good weather for
my
a hoodie,
bro. I've been wearing my hoodie, and I got to tell you something. Now, at first, I thought it was going to be some bullshit, but I got to tell you something. And this ain't even trying to sell it, bro. This might be the most comfortable fucking hoodie I've ever worn.
Oh, shit, he's selling it.
Oh,
This
calm down.
material, I'm serious, bro.
I'm wearing the black one.
This material feels so fucking good, and it feels like it's a heavy piece, but it's not a heavy piece.
Yeah, it's very light.
So just saying, y'all use the discount. No more Uber rides in their discount code, and there you go. But I just wanted to let you know, because it's been below 70 degrees here, so that's cold for me. It's like frozen winter at 70 degrees below. So yeah, I've had the need for the hoodie.
Since we're talking about my merchandise, I'm actually working on a couple of things right now. One is the obviously our Rideshare Garage Rally is coming along. It's really coming along. I'm excited to show Vinny maybe next week. You'll be the first draft, but I'm liking where it's going. The other thing is also working on a design that's reflective, because I feel like since a lot of the people do deliveries, work nights, so I wanted a design where you could actually do a reflection, like you see like how like some signs are like reflected lights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm working on that. So I'm still practicing, because it takes a little bit of practice to make sure you get it on just perfect. So working on that design. So hopefully that'll be launching soon. As a couple others.
Okay. No, we're looking forward to it. Yeah, like I said, bro, we are definitely doing the Austin trip. That's the last week of June, the Rideshare Garage Rally. It will be for charity. And we will be raising money for victims of drivers, gig work violence. Right? That's the good way to put it? Victims of gig work violence. Is that how you want to term it?
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be rideshare. It's like, I think, the whole idea behind it, when we first talking about it was, it's about, like any kind of violence, any kind of, situation where, the guy out there driving. He's just always doing. He's just trying to make a living, and support his family and put food on the table. And if there's anything we could do, even a couple $100, that's
right.
that's the goal. We're not big enough where we're going to be able to put thousands and millions into the funds, but the idea is whatever we make, part of that is going to go so that we could support these unfortunate victims, because at the end of the day, that's what they are. They're victims, and hopefully Uber and Lyft, they will do a better job. So that's what it is.
Well, we're going to do that, and then the other half will go into Tunnels to Towers, which is a veterans and it's a veterans program, as well as firefighters, police officers, those that have lost their lives on the job. So we are going to do that, and I am looking forward to that fucking trip, man. I really am. I'm looking forward to that trip to go out there and see Eddie, to rally up with a couple of you guys. I think Steven's going to try to come in from LA. The one thing we've discovered on this trip is Austin is actually pretty centrally located, considering we're halfway across the country, right? There's Kyle, I don't know if you know this, dude, between LA and Austin and Fort Lauderdale and Austin, total trip distance is only about 25 miles.
Difference? You mean 25-mile difference?
Yeah.
I think we need to go to like Chicago. That way Eddie has to drive also.
No, I ain't going to Chicago, bro.
Chicago? I only got one vest for myself. I don't know if
I ain't going. No, if I'm going to Chicago, I need to start building my Mad Max vehicle now.
No, do we have like a head count?
Truck.
Do you have like a head count of how many people kind of roughly, I guess,
like 6 people right now
right,
so far?
Right now, I think it's 4.
4? Only 4?
Yeah, Nick and I, we're gonna drive up. We're gonna party all the way up from here.
You guys?
No, we ain't carpooling. Hell no, we ain't carpooling.
Oh.
The hell
got a
is
Tesla. That's what it's made for.
Someone said they were gonna fly, but was that?
And then,
don't you want to snuggle up? Don't you want to snuggle up in the Tesla on the Tesla mattress?
Hey, calm down. Calm down there. Calm down there, Junior. Calm down there, Junior. All right. Where's your wife at? Hey, wife.
Hey, I want to see Steven's wife. Anyone seen Steven's wife? I mean, we know you got married, but we technically have a beautiful woman,
man. She's in there making me a burger right now.
Wow.
No. You mean you begged her to make you a burger? Get it right.
I didn't.
Get it right. We know. We goddamn know. I don't want to hear that bullshit. We know. Anyway, I believe Nick and I are coming up from Florida. And I believe Steven and Buddha are going to try to make their way out from LA.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try.
What day is this?
Yeah, I'll try to make it
the last week of June.
Last weekend?
Yeah, the last weekend of June. That Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay, so it's for 4 days?
Yeah, we figure 4 days. But if somebody shows up for a day or two and they take off, it's all good.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's going to take a day to go out there, so.
I think for Nick and I, it's like 18 hours.
Yeah, that's a day, man.
Yeah,
at least from Denver.
That's at least a day. Gigging what Buddha says sucks for non-long range Teslas. Yeah, well, I'm gonna slow down for Nick.
I think in between the long range and the short range, I think it's gonna be the same. Everybody's gonna have to stop at the same place.
Well, yeah.
Melvin's coming up from San Antonio. A whole 40 minutes.
Yeah, I got the performance, so it's going to be eating through my bed.
Melvin's coming up 40 minutes away, so that's 5. I was trying to get Tony down, but Tony says he's got things he's got to deal with. He's not going to be able to make it this year, which is understandable, bro. It's the first time we're doing this.
Okay, well, you have what?
Listen, if we get 5 guys, we get 5 guys. I'm figuring that's at least $500 that we'll have raised. I'll make sure of that. And then, we'll donate it in, and then we'll do what we do. And then, I'm sure we're going to try to work out there if we can. I'm going to throw on something in fucking Austin.
We can't work.
Party.
I can do
we can't work. I mean, I guess unless we do only privates or something.
Well, I'm
What
expecting Eddie to have all these privates lined up for us, man.
what we can do is go bar hopping, and then Eddie can drive us, and then if we want, we can puke in his car and just leave
Okay,
on Sunday.
listen. My, you know,
He only
Buddha.
will let you get in the car if you
Buddha is coming
play
too,
in the
right?
horse crap.
You know, we need like an additional vehicle because not a lot of you guys are small, bro. I'm 5'6". Okay, I'm 5'6" and I weigh 190 pounds. Everybody else is bigger than me. So
So what are you
my
trying to
car,
say?
what
Yeah,
I'm
what are you
trying to
trying to
say is
say?
that ain't all you're gonna fit in one car. That's what I'm
Then
trying
get
to
us
say.
a Suburban or something.
I have half a Suburban.
No, we want a full one.
Eddie, you
And
should try.
there ain't nothing. There is nothing that no scooters uh can provide. So there's
Okay,
plenty
so
of those.
here's the next question I got for everybody. So did everybody notice the raise they got this week?
For the Valentine's Day?
Yeah, from the strike. Did everybody get their raise this week from the strike?
Well, I didn't drive that day, but I did notice definitely a bump in price.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Did everybody get a pay raise? Did they send you any additional shares of stock? Did they offer you free health care yet? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like we all here on the channel, we supported the strike. None of us worked. We were here. But I was just curious, man. Did anybody get a pay raise?
Well,
Yeah.
come on, Eddie. I think not Eddie, Vinny. I feel like the protest. I'm on the fence that how effective it is, but I look at it as a long game, right? I look at it as
Uh-huh.
kind of like basically losing the battle so we could win the war, right? And so I'm not really looking as like, okay, I didn't make money this Valentine's Day. Well, that sucks. But I'm like, I feel like this was like the most organized, like nationwide protest I feel like I've seen on for rideshare because we had
Mhm.
some, press backing and exposures. So I feel like, hey, if we just consistently keep doing this, eventually it's like Lyft can't like keep bumping up prices on every day we decide to strike or decide to turn off the app. So you know,
Yeah, and there's gonna be a compensation. So when we don't go to drive, but there's gonna be other ones that actually go out there and drive too. And usually the ones here in my area, the ones that usually go out there usually have 2 or 3 phones in their cars.
yeah. I mean, like
You
I
know,
said, it's like almost like you have to lose the battles to win the war, and more we do these. It's like basically you're gonna get to a critical mass where more and more drivers are gonna get involved and basically agree to shut off because like this is the only way we're gonna get the word out to other drivers that we're basically doing this for a long game, right? It's like I'm willing to lose a little bit today so that we get a raise for every drive for every day we work going forward. And so I think that's kind of the stand as far as why we're
yeah,
doing this.
I just think it's just like the only thing the protest is going to do is just get Uber's attention to see if maybe they'll fix something. But even if they do fix it, we still don't see anything out of it. It is just kind of like a lot of drivers going to be like, yeah, okay, yeah, they're taking more than what they say they are, but then they say they fix it, but then they don't return any of the money that they took. They keep it from themselves, so
Yeah.
they don't give anything back, and that's the issue. And that's I mean, don't get me wrong, they keep doing. I mean, the whole S&P 500 thing. Just that was my turning point. It was just like, yeah, protesting for how long and asking for raise for how long, and look at how far they got. Now we're gonna be doing the same thing for Lyft, and then it just seems like every time everybody protests, they just help them out getting farther into the better in the market. So
Yeah, it's an uphill battle, that's for sure.
And the other thing too is I hear that everyone's talking about just the long game, the long game. How many of us on this panel are going to be here in the next 5 years doing this?
Yeah,
Not
that's
me.
what I'll do
Like
too.
Oh, okay.
if
How many
if
have,
they pinch
how
if
many
they
of you
pinch
have been doing it for 5 years? Raise your hand.
Me,
like all of
part-time
us.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you can't say that's like a long shot that you're not going to be here because there's already everybody here has been here 5 years, right?
Yes, but
Big
what
for
if they start pinching the prices lower and lower and lower?
Well, I
What
think that's
is it gonna
why we're starting to do this protest more aggressively because you hit the bottom now, right? So, like, if they just completely crash to the bottom, then people are going to just quit.
okay, but they can still add bonuses
I
to
think
new
that's the
drivers.
misconception. Or I don't think we're at the bottom, and I think there's a level of missing the fact that we haven't hit the bottom yet, because it can get much worse than this,
Yeah.
more than people
And they
realize.
can always bring new drivers on by giving them $1,000 a week just to get them hooked.
Yeah.
So all the full-time drivers, yeah, it's we're getting pretty pinched. So
Well, I'm not sure how much more people can get pinched. I don't know. You know, we started something this morning. You know, Eddie and I used to do a little midday live, morning and then a midday live, and we're trying to focus on other things. I know I haven't traded this year. I haven't done a lot of trading since my heart attack, so I'm trying to get back into that because I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you, as sure as I'm sitting here, I said this was going to be my last year doing rideshare. Hopefully, that's the way it is, unless I want to continue. But listen, you guys got to start figuring out something else. Like Scott, Scott's moved into the private sector. That's an awesome thing. But there's a lot of drivers, bro. They got no shot at trying to figure out something else to do. They either don't have the skill set or they're not ready to commit to learning a skill set to get into some other kind of a business. And
That's where
that's a
Uber
hard.
Test comes in.
Yeah, right. Well, you can learn some shit. Yeah, you can learn how to cut a grass and load your lawnmower in the back of your Civic with fucking spinners on the comfort ride. Shit. But what I'm being serious though, a lot of drivers have gotten settled and take Uber and Lyft and DoorDash and Instacart and Walmart Scammer Spark and all of that shit. They take it for granted. Like it's always going to be there.
yep.
And so this morning, what I did was in our Discord, we now have a trading room voice chat. And in that trading room, right, I got on there this morning. Eddie came in. Omar was in there. J777. And I think Musa came in for a little bit. Buddha was in there. And we're just kind of going over the market. In other words, we're getting our minds off some of this rideshare stuff because we know what we're up against in rideshare. And I think it's fair to say, unless you got something else going, bro, this shit in a year from now, you think it's bad now? We said last year this year was going to be bad. Imagine what it's going to be next year. Even with what, and I respect with what Kyle's saying, with all due respect, my brother, with all due respect, these wheels are going to turn extremely slow. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's not a priority. And I'll go one further with you. Because of all the illegal immigration that is happening here, because our beloved Uniparty in Washington is trying to strike this deal to where they don't have to go and deport 10 million fucking people. And they're giving them work permits ASAP. These people are now legally going to be allowed to drive Uber and Lyft. Do you think they want to upset that apple cart, legislators? Fuck no. They're not going to want to bump that apple cart. So for all the legislation and all of that shit that we want to see, bro, that's 5-10 years away. That does nothing right now for the guy whose mortgage is going upside down. That's got nothing to do with the guy who took the chance to buy the Suburban, right, to do the premier SUVs, and now he can't do shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is my point to it. So it's not a bitch session. I'm still going to try and help as many people as I can, just like I'm sure everybody on the panel is. I haven't made an Uber video in 2 weeks. I've been sick. Shoot me. It's okay. I've been
This is
shot
what
before.
people will
No
say.
big
This is
deal.
what people were saying about on the for me for the lives. Like, hey, you're leaving. You know, you're abandoning. I was like, dude, I'm not abandoning. I was like, it'd be great if I was in a position where I could help, that where another driver is not making any money, and I could be like, you know what, just come into my room and trade the market with me, and I'll show you how to. And then you don't have to worry about freaking money and busting your butt. It's like, let's say you need a quick buck, be like, okay, let's place this trade. and you can see how I do it, so you could do it too. That's what I want to be able to do. Be in a position where I can actually help instead of just saying, download another app.
And I don't come on here very often, but
Yeah, we know, bro.
But the thing is,
What
like,
the hell, man?
Vinny, man, like you said before, pivot, right? And
Yeah.
right now, I honestly do not do many ride shares. The only time I would do ride share like Uber and Lyft is when I'm actually out of place while I'm doing Curry or I'm doing my Hop Skip Drive, which is the two apps that I use to like make the most money. And then basically when I'm like out of place, after a delivery, I know rideshare is the fastest way for me to get back into the thick. So basically I'll take the trips there and I'll maybe even be willing to take a loss because I know it's positioning me back in the hot area where there's
Right.
deliveries.
Right.
So that's basically how I use the rideshare now. Like before I was like, 12-hour day, whatever, rideshare, Uber, Lyft, but you can't do it. I mean, not if you want to make money. So
Well,
you have to find a pivot, and like you got a good pivot going on, right? You're doing Amazon reviews and stuff like that. So I don't know what everybody's skills and talents are, but you got to figure it out because I mean, if this Uber thing doesn't turn around, then you're going to be out of luck, right? So I would just say check out other app. I'm checking a app called GoShare. Almost got approved for that, and but there's another
what
app.
is GoShare? What is GoShare?
It's another last mile delivery app.
Okay.
So it took me for a while, like the review and the backup and the background check took forever. But I'm not sure if that's going to work because I'm hearing some bad things about it. But I'll try it since I got to this point. But just start trying whatever is apps out there with you guys or wherever you are, and have a side plan or backup plan.
Yeah, well, I mean, today's Wednesday, and Wednesdays I said those are my days I'm going to dedicate to making videos, whether it's for Amazon influencer program, whether it's for YouTube, which and I ain't gonna lie, today I got lazy. I didn't do a goddamn thing. But I was on this morning with Eddie and Omar. We were trying to explain to Buddha, what we're looking for, what our basic strategy is for trading stocks, right? So it doesn't matter if you want to learn with us, not from us. Let me say that again, because we are not financial advisors. If you want to learn with us, okay, then you want to get on that fucking Discord in the mornings at 9:15. I'm not saying it's going to be there every day, but if we're there, you want to be there at 9:15 Eastern time.
Can we put the link?
You might learn something, you might not. It might not be for you. It's not for everybody. Not everybody's got balls of steel. You know what I'm saying? Some people want to take their money, put it in a coffee can. Ain't nothing wrong with that either. Dollar saved, dollar earned, bruh. But I'm just saying, everybody has to start thinking about what their pivots.
Don't last too long in this economy.
And I'm just saying, I will stand on this until somebody out there shows me different. Okay, until somebody else shows me different out there, we're still the only group trying to help everybody, not only with this but other things in their life as well. And that's not a slam on anybody else. That's just, I think our group is more collectively looking to grow, not stay.
Everybody's got their own little thing that they basically that they veer off to, and that's fine. Like we like trading. Other people like doing are really into content creation. Some people are more into what does Richie do? He's more like into the arbitrage. Is that what you call it?
Yeah,
retail
arbitrage.
Retail. He's really good with that. So he does his own thing with that.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. And now he's branching out. Go ahead, Nick. No, go ahead, Nick.
I was just saying, my pivot is sales. So if you want to learn how to do sales, I kind of teach that part.
Everybody here has got something to share with somebody else, and that's all we're here for. Because trust me, YouTube ain't paying us no kind of fucking money. Trust me on that one. Because my restream here sucks up my YouTube money. I'm just telling you, that's where it goes. It goes to pay for fucking restream. And then I got to do some shit in the Discord group too. You know? The fuck? I'm working for free. I'm working for free. Damn it! Nobody likes my video.
How do I take a copy of the link of the Discord?
I just posted it up. It's right there in the
Oh, you
chat.
did?
Oh,
All right.
I know that's Steven's job, but Black Vinny's slipping over there tonight.
I've got to. I'm trying to run it off of a Chromebook today, so it's
Oh, that's why you look so blurry.
Is it blurred?
Well, it looks like you need a haircut.
No,
Nick,
no,
what's wrong with your boy, man?
He hasn't shaved. That's why.
What happened? And then what happened to fucking Ron? Where did Ron go? Ron left. He had got a ride.
Yeah, he didn't say anything.
He just
Yeah,
left.
I'm gonna have to go in 10 minutes.
I think he got upset at my. I think he got upset at my white joke.
No.
What?
Well,
Y'all know I don't give a fuck. Y'all want to report me for being politically incorrect? Fuck it. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, how do you do that?
Bro, if you look at my family, nobody will ever be able to accuse me of shit in my family. Trust me on that one.
I got a guy in Florida that we need to look into.
Well, you can bring him to that door if you want to. like you say, it's in Florida. They can come to that door if they want to.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Hey, I want to do a shout out. I want to do a shout out to let's see, Alfredo Romero, who is Buddha's dad. So
that's Buddha's dad.
Yeah. So Alfredo Romero is Buddha's dad, and I kid you not, hands down, this guy is a hustler. I mean, that guy is like so funny. Like I was like laughing my ass off because this guy is a hustler, and I wish he'll come on because he has some stories for you. I mean, so many funny stories. But
he can come on whenever he wants to.
Thanks for stopping in. And I think I don't know what the dynamic is, but it's the only time I got confused first time because Buddha would call his dad son. So I was like, huh? Wait, who's the son? Who's the father? And then I finally figured out that is a term of endearment.
Ah. Okay. Sergio, I sent you something, buddy. Sergio's in the chat. Welcome, Sergio. But anyway, so what else is going on out there, man? I had the week off where I was sick, and I only worked like a day and a half, and I smoked it for like $380 in that day and a half. But then, but then I was just so goddamn sick, so I didn't work 2 weeks ago, and then last week I kind of worked my way back into it. I was able to get back up into that $1,200 range. Again, since I've had this Tesla, that seems to be my number.
Nice.
It's between like $1,150 and $1,300 every week. That seems to be my number.
How many hours are you putting in?
Anywhere from like 35 to 45 between the two apps. So I'm putting in time. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like, I got to be honest with you. I went out Monday, which is normally a 6-hour day, 7-hour day for me, between $180, $200. Nah, bro. Like just under 6 hours only. I think I turned away one request. I only made like $80. Went out yesterday. Yesterday I was only out for 3 hours because I just refused to sit out there if nothing's happening. I got 2 Lyft Black requests like for $35, and that was it. Nothing on Uber at all yesterday. So I was wondering how's everybody else's week doing. I know Nick is in my market. Well, Nick is all over our market. Nick is a world traveler. If you know what a Mason is, that's what the fuck Nick is. Nick is a goddamn Mason of Uber driving. He's everywhere. He's a traveling man. And for my Mason buddies out there, don't get all twisted with it. Anyway, we got a couple Masons in this group, don't we? Oh,
I did tell you what I did last week.
Uh-oh. Don't put me on no square, bro. Oh, so yeah, what's Scotty? How was your week, man? You had the big week.
Yeah. This is like by far my best week ever, and I have screenshots if anyone wants to see them and all that. I did a total of made $4,000 100, roughly around there. So, but 4,000, I finally beat that. So,
I think that's
That
a
is-
clap, man.
Yeah.
That's a
Use
way to go, Scotty.
and off of one client alone, I made $3,000 off of him.
What?
Yeah.
Are you doing like some extra service in the car or what?
Um,
Some
this
bonus
client,
service.
this client lives at the Pendry Hotel, which is here in Newport. And I was with them from Monday all the way to Friday. Friday, I took him from the Pendry Hotel all the way to Santa Barbara
Wow.
for just a drop off. He asked me, he's like, "Hey, can you take me on Sunday to LAX from Santa Barbara to LAX?" I told him I can't, but he got another ride. So, but yeah, yep.
Scott, you're in Santa Barbara?
No, I'm in Orange County.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, yep.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's nuts. So 3,000 from a private client.
Yep.
That's
Did
a
you
hell of
give
a
him
that's a hell of a
happy
week,
ending or
man. I don't give
something? Like, damn.
I don't give a damn who you are. That's a hell of a week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Better than my week.
Uh-oh. San Antonio's in the house. What's going on, Melvin?
We finally here, man.
Man, finally a real Texan on the channel, bro. A real Texan.
What are you saying?
Oh,
Eddie's there.
Oh,
No,
Like I said, a
I'm
real
nowhere
Texan.
near being a Texan. I
this
refuse
is
to
the
wear a
first time
cowboy
I've
hat.
seen Melvin on screen. I don't know.
Refuse
if
to
he's
wear a
been-
cowboy hat, ride the bull, and say yeehaw.
That's right.
No way.
Bro, why are you giving away your OnlyFans
Thank you,
secret, bro?
accounting
You wanna
Tom.
make them
No,
pay
no.
for the
You
heat.
know what? I'm gonna take you guys when you guys come here. Hopefully that bar still has that bull that you guys can ride if you want.
Oh, I gotta
Friends
do
bar?
the
Friends bar?
mechanical
Go
bull.
ahead.
Mechanical
you can go
bull,
ahead and
right?
show off there. Yeah.
Yeah, the mechanical bull.
I think it's still there. I think the bar's still open with the mechanical.
I think it's
bull.
called Friends.
You guys can go ride that.
Okay.
You mean you guys?
Well,
You
we have to
guys,
do a
you
little
guys.
wager.
What do you mean? What do you
Last
mean, you
longer.
guys?
You guys like that stuff.
Eddie's gonna
Okay.
do it with a pair of Speedos.
No.
You
We're
know?
gonna Eddie, we gotta do like who lasts longer and the loser pays for dinner or something.
Where's the tiger?
There
Hey,
you go.
where's the tiger stripe one, Eddie?
It's gonna be so funny if you guys do that. It's just definitely not me.
It's all for charity.
We're gonna make a video out of that.
Yeah,
one, for
sure.
Bro,
Sure.
let's go. Let's go. I'll ride that motherfucker. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Ain't nobody scared. Ain't nobody scared of no mechanical bull. Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm scared.
All
of
right,
the
you
real
guys,
one.
I'm out.
Yeah, I'm
All right,
scared of the
Scotty.
real
We'll
one.
see you later,
Scotty.
buddy. Great
Go
week.
on, Scott.
Yeah, congrats on a 4K week.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah,
I want
that's-
to give a shout out to a couple of guys in the Discord group. They don't even know I'm going to shout them out, but New Jay and Obeda. Let me tell you something. These guys are knocking out $2,500, $3,000, $4,000 weeks, man.
Wow.
They're just
Yeah,
they're going at
crazy.
them. They're going at them. They're in the Arizona market. They are absolutely just smoking right now out there. You guys want to talk to them, get to know them or whatnot? You check them out in the Discord. I posted the link. It's up there. Sergio is yelling at me that I did not send him the link. So here's the third time I'm going to send it to him. If you don't get it now, I can't help you. It ain't on me. That is your California Proposition
He's
5,
put in
7,
such a
8.
spam
watching the
folder.
It's not my fault. I didn't do it.
This is going to be the third time I send you the link, Sergio.
It's probably the Prop 22 that has it.
I'm just saying.
He
I don't know
probably
what-
sent you to spam.
Yeah, well, okay, all right. I'll go spam. Listen, I grew up on spam, no problem. You cut it, add a little black pepper to it, and that shit ain't so bad. You know what I mean? A little hot sauce, and you're all right. You
Little
got good
government
food.
cheese on the side.
Little government
What?
cheese.
Now you're talking, bro.
Government cheese that don't melt. That don't melt. You ever notice that?
Some of that government cheese.
You ever ate government cheese and made grilled cheese sandwiches out of them? The bread melts,
What?
the cheese don't.
Grilled cheese. You need spams. You gotta have that grilled spam cheese sandwich.
Well, that's if you were living large that weekend.
That's true.
If you could have a
Man,
block
what-
of cheese and a block of spam in the same weekend, you were doing good, bro. You were rich.
We were balling.
Mhm.
Shit. One night it was spam-ola. The next night it was cheese. That was dinner. After that, you were on your own. It was spaghetti with ragu.
Like, figure it out.
I grew up on that shit, man. Grew up on that.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
thank you.
So what's going on, man? Now we can open it up.
Oh no, I want to see the wife, not the burger.
Ooh,
Jeez, man, that is like jumbo burger.
Damn.
well, I mean,
Oh,
Steven's
push buns.
Wow, that's stack burger.
They
Yeah,
you
that's
better tell her.
actually one
Thank
of
you,
the
honey,
reasons.
for making me that burger.
Thank you, honey.
Yeah, Vinny, that's one of the reasons why it's so hard for me to get on Wednesday nights because Wednesday night is my wife's Friday essentially because she's off tomorrow.
Oh,
And
okay.
so and happens to be dinner time here in California at 6:00. So that's why it's always like so difficult to try to squeeze in because making dinner or we're going
Oh, yeah,
out.
you got to take care of the
So,
wife, bro. You got to take
yeah.
care of the wife. Nothing
So
wrong with
that's
that.
why, like it's hard for me to get on here. But today I said I got to get on when there was no Asian on the screen,
Oh my god. No, I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get the Armenian on here. I sent him the link 3 times, so I can't.
Vinny's the only one that don't
can't
fit
get on
in.
here.
Well, you know what? You're right. See, if I had my wife on, then there would be some Asian representation.
There you go. See?
Okay.
Wait, Steven, your wife is Japanese?
Black and Japanese, yeah.
Japanese. There you go.
Black and
No. He said she's multiracial.
Oh, I just heard
Come
the
on.
Oh, does she only fall in the multiracial culture?
How come,
Kyle,
Kyle? How come you only heard the Asian part, bro?
What? Well, I thought he was black and she was a Japanese.
No. She brings more to the table than he does.
I thought he said she's with black
What?
Japanese.
No, she brings culture. He brings hunger. Can't you tell? Look at the size of them burgers.
Oh yeah, for sure. You gained some weight, huh, Steven?
Actually, I've lost some weight.
Oh yeah. All
What you
right,
talking
well,
about, Willis?
How much weight you done lost, bro?
Not a lot, like a few pounds.
I lost 15 being sick.
that's a good way to lose weight.
I lose 5 every time I go to the bathroom.
That's probably because you got to take
Wow,
off.
you have some serious
That's
issues.
because that's because you got to take off those platform shoes so he can get down from his 5'6" height to his 5'3" height, and then he's got to hop up on the toilet. You can see Eddie now hopping up on the toilet, bro.
Yeah,
Like a little leprechaun and shit, you know.
It's all right, Eddie. I'm gonna bring that booster
Actually-
seat, bro. When we go over there, you'll be all right, bro.
that's what.
So, Melvin, how's-
I'll borrow your booster seat? I'll borrow it.
I'm telling you,
Melvin, how's San Antonio going, bro? How's you going with the Tesla, bro?
Well, so far this week, about 650 so far.
Eddie, what's your problem, dude?
What I do?
Apparently not enough. Melvin's he's killing it down there in San Antonio, bro.
Yeah,
Well,
Melvin's
the
killing it
rodeo's
with the
down
Tesla.
here, though.
What happened?
The rodeo is down here until the 27th of this month.
Shit, Eddie, you need to go to San Antonio, bro. You need to yippee-ki-yay that Cadillac down there, bro, and ride that bull, man.
Maybe
this is the
maybe
real bull.
I
That's not
didn't
a
know.
mechanical one.
I didn't know there was a rodeo going on in San Antonio.
Yeehaw, man. Come on, bro. You got to
You
make
need
some
to
money.
use the Gridwise app. Yeah,
But,
get the Gridwise app. It'll tell you the
I-
events that come.
I do have it, and I actually had a paid version of it, but it wasn't doing me any good. Because I do have the buddy of mine that I told you that rented the Tesla, and now he's doing the whole mini event.
Yeah, give us an update on your guy.
How's
Give us
he
an
doing?
update
No,
on him
so
right now.
it feels just like that. So if you have the rental Tesla, they favor you more than a gas car. So
So is he not?
But that's
doing
what I'm
good
asking you.
anymore.
You haven't said how is he doing the same? Is he doing worse?
no, he's doing worse than he was with the Tesla.
Is he
He was
ranking
having he was having a $400 days. Now he's barely making $300 days.
Yeah.
No, Eddie
Is he
that-
renting
that
that
is
one,
good.
Eddie, or
Access
is it
to-
his?
He was renting the Tesla. He was renting the Tesla, but now he's using his own car.
Okay.
Damn.
Which I always try to I always advise them. I was like, whatever you're doing, just don't give up the Tesla. You know, keep they're favoring you for a reason. Maybe it's just you, but I'm telling you, it's like compared to like a lot of people that I speak to, you are freaking lucky as hell. So if you get if you Teslas get favored. Here I see that Teslas get favored. Get favored.
I think you might be up to something, Eddie, because the Tesla, whenever like I get closer to like the downtown area, is where I start getting more pings on the
Yep.
with the Tesla. Like the
Yep.
Comfort Electric starts hitting and the Premieres.
Does your app surge or no?
Very little, but
Yeah,
I
mine
mean
doesn't surge at all.
very little. Sometimes $5 here or there. It surged a little bit on the 14, but there was some
No,
surge.
14th. See, no, on the 14th, on me, it wasn't surging at all. And another thing too is that I don't go down to X. Majority of the other time
I
is
don't.
on my upper
I
tiers.
hope you don't. You drive an XT6. I never used my XT6 when I had it.
Correct. But anything I take, I mean, I was taking everything that because I was not getting X rides, but I was taking everything that I build up my cancellation rate and my acceptance rates. Bro, like I got up to like acceptance rates of like 90%. You know, and
Yeah.
I got it down to my cancellation rate down to like I think it was like 3%. So I was taking everything. But
And
still,
you had that Premiere hourly up in Austin, right?
yeah, correct. I do have it on my app,
Have you
and I have
ever
it on
gotten
all the
any of
time.
those?
No, I never gotten any one of those. Never. It's on all the time.
Yeah, because I
And
don't have that.
I do the Sergio, which I clear the catch every morning.
Oh, why do you wait till Sergio gets here to talk shit about?
Hey, Sergio.
Well, that's why I was saying it because Sergio's right there. I got reminded of it.
Sergio, welcome to the show, buddy. How are you, my friend?
Welcome to the show.
Hey guys, how are you? How's everybody?
We were okay.
How is everybody?
Yeah.
So
We're alive.
real quick, a little shout out to Sergio's Behind the Wheel tomorrow morning on that's on the Rideshare Guy channel, right?
Yes, sir.
It's just the Behind the Wheel series, right?
The only
They're
channel that matters.
Oh.
Bye.
All right, so something happened with Sergio's technical difficulties.
It's an
on
internet
Sergio's
issue,
part.
right?
It's a word
Yeah,
down
we have an
malfunction.
internet issue in California, in that little part of the valley. It just took a shit.
There's a lot of rain in that area right now.
Man, it must have been a black hole or something.
So much for love.
No, the loves we let you back in. Come on now, be nice. Tomorrow morning, Sergio is interviewing some poor sucker. No, some driver, Uber X and a Lyft standard driver. 4 years in a row. I saw the numbers on the show last night when I watched it. This guy has grossed over $200,000 a year driving Uber. Now I know our guy. Well, I know our guy Eddie here is a consistent 150K, right? Eddie, the last 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah, last two. One was
Right?
first one was 140 something, and yeah.
I've seen his numbers, and we all know how much he hustled to get to that number.
Yeah,
I can't imagine what the fuck this guy did to get to 200,000 a year. Sergio, enlighten us.
Oh no, you guys have to watch it.
I saw it already.
Come on, bro.
Can I
I
enlighten
saw
you?
it already because he's a premier member.
Wait, can I do a
He
spoiler?
works hard.
Spoiler?
He works hard.
So can I do a spoiler or no?
No.
20. Does he work 24 hours a day?
Nope. I have his numbers. I have his 1099s. I have his yearly summaries. I'm gonna write an article about it. I'm gonna put it all in there because I'm sure all the haters will come out.
Sure. I mean, good for him. I mean, that's
legit.
Good.
You
That's
know,
awesome.
But I was, it was pretty good to hear you say that. And of course, I'll check out the interview. It might not be tomorrow morning when it debuts, but I'll see it tomorrow. when you said the guy takes off like 2 weeks every quarter to go on vacation and he travels, he's not
Yeah.
just all work and no play. He's actually enjoying some of the rewards of his benefiting from his work.
Actually, he from what work he came to Rideshare 5 years ago. He was working longer hours than Rideshare, so he's quite happy in what he's doing.
Oh man, he was a salesman like me. Golly.
No, he was
Well,
not
he
a
was a
salesman.
chef.
He was not a salesman.
No.
And
He's a
he,
chef.
yeah, he's a hardworking guy, and makes his money. And actually, his numbers are very reasonable. He didn't even drive that many miles. He's drove like 60,000 miles a year.
What market
Uh,
is he in?
Oh wow, yeah. See, that's a big difference.
Actually, that's not good. That's not bad at all. Rather,
No,
Yeah.
it's not
60,000
bad.
miles a year. That's not
The
bad.
only-
60,000
I
for
drove,
200?
I drove double that.
Yeah, the only difference is he keeps his ride count is up year after year after year, and the money stayed the same. So there is reasons for that, obviously. But no, I take my hat off to him, because I had another driver from Chicago last year who was consistently over 150. This guy just takes the cake. I don't think I will find another one that goes above this guy. I mean, it may be some other platform, but not X and standard. He doesn't even have comfort.
Yeah, I mean,
He doesn't get-
this is not a spoiler because his acceptance rate is 98% with zero cancellation.
Yep, that's how you do it.
So basically, he's non-discriminatory. Just take everything and work 12 hours, and boom.
Oh, so he takes swastika named rides then.
Yep, he does. Actually, you know what? It's funny you say that, Vinny, because I had a comment about that. Somebody found, well, not, you don't have to find my email, it's out there. And he wrote me a long email saying that swastika is not what you think it is, Serge. I'm going like, okay. And he corrected me. Well, I didn't know, so I'm open to learn. In Sanskrit, religion and language, swastika means abundance and wealth.
I know.
So I'm like, stand corrected
know that.
there. We wouldn't make fun of that anymore, I guess.
Yeah, they took that image, which in a lot of cultures actually means strength, longevity, different things like
Yeah.
that. And they took it and turned it into something nasty.
Yeah.
Well, well, hold on. Both things can be true at the same time.
Yeah.
So the swastika was supposed to represent the strength and the wealth and prosperity of the Third Reich, of the Nazi population. It
Yeah.
doesn't make the meaning wrong, but what it stands for to the general public still remains the same. It's a sign of hate.
Well, yeah.
So both things can be true.
It wasn't that until
Well, I
you had the
understand
Third
that.
Reich.
No. I get that. I'm not saying that the definition is wrong. I'm just saying what the accepted representation of it is.
Yeah.
Right. That's all I'm saying.
And it's kind of messed up because it actually meant something much
Well,
more
100%.
noble.
I mean,
They turned-
the bigger story is, if we hear swastika, the first thing we think of is a bad thing or a bad connotation
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
But besides that, why is that even allowed as a screen name on the platform is the bigger question.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, listen, we all know they haven't been doing what they're supposed to do. It's just not a priority to them.
No.
And until it becomes, it's like OSHA. We've had this conversation. Until enough people die or get hurt or cost somebody enough money, they're not going to worry about it. So
Yeah.
the whole, anyway.
No. But
So what do you think, Sergio? Have you seen the in your market? Well, no, it's not out in your market. Tonight we were talking about the new XXL platform on Uber.
no, I got a couple of emails from Florida.
Yep.
And I mean, I love this now because I got eyes and ears everywhere. I mean, people go, "Oh, I did an XXL trip today," and I'm like, "Okay," and the guy goes, 6 people showed up with 12 pieces of luggage.
Jesus Christ.
And then he goes,
Hey, but Scott called that.
Yeah.
Scott called that.
yeah, and he was like, he goes, I went there and I said, you need 2 of these, 2 of XXL.
Yeah.
He's a train.
and then they gave him some shit. We're paying a lot for this, and the guy goes, okay, tailpipes, cancel. It's like,
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah, I'm proud of you, bro. You didn't charge.
They're always gonna want more than what they deserve or what they're requesting. People don't even understand what XL is supposed to provide, and they demand extra on top of that. So what are they gonna do with this XXL? Oh, I'm gonna get a bus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would think so.
You know what
U-Haul.
happened? I had a BMW 3 Series when they had Uber Select. This person ordered Uber
Right.
Select. I come up to him, and he's got 6 people and 12 bags. I'm like, what are you thinking is going to be fitting in this 3 Series?
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is when you order the trip, you see the car exactly what's coming.
Right.
I mean, how do you not figure that out? I don't know.
Well, the whole part, the whole part is, the next thing you know, it's going to be Uber U-Haul.
Yeah.
Because these XXL rides, while I feel like they're going to hurt us, other drivers like our midsize SUVs, we're going to get hurt. XLs will get hurt a little bit. Premier SUVs are going to get knocked down a little bit. There's a large price difference between Premier SUV and XXL, and they're the same vehicles. Well, the Suburbans and the Escalades can be on that XXL, along with the Pacifica minivans, Siennas, and those things. Our trucks don't qualify. The QX60s, the XT6s, they don't qualify for XXLs. So it's going to be interesting to see how all that plays out. But yeah, I didn't know if you guys had heard about that. And then what about the new TaskRabbit that Uber is becoming, the new Kelly services? Have you seen that one?
I think
show Sergio.
I am going to show him right now. Yeah, no. I'm going to show you right now, my friend. I can't believe I know something before Sergio. Get the fuck out of here.
It was
Here it is. Here's Uber's new.
That's been in the app for a while in California, anyway.
Oh, has it?
Yeah, it's been in the app. Well, it's called Uber Works.
Oh, is it that same thing? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, same thing.
Uber Task.
Yeah.
So if you have a lawnmower,
I mean,
if you have a lawnmower,
if
you have a lawnmower, you can take a lawn mowing job through Uber.
Yeah. They're I mean, look, I mean, all these extensions are logical to Uber, right? Because they have the 150 million customers. So out of 150 million, if a million of them decide to do something like this, it's more money for them. So to me, it's like everything they do now is logical as far as expanding the revenue potential. So, and to me, it's like that's not the issue. I mean, they're doing fine. Anybody says they're not doing fine is just, I don't know. Yeah, they're doing fine. Yeah, so you guys please watch that, and then please read the article when it comes out. I'm so looking forward to that. Actually, I don't usually look too much forward to Behind the Wheel because I already did it. But the reaction on this is going to be like, "Oh, loser! He doesn't have a life."
Well, I mean, we know you can make money out here as long as your algorithm is matching Uber's algorithm. You can make money.
Yeah,
If they're feeding you rides, you can make money. If they're not feeding you rides, you're not going to make no money. I mean, that's the bottom line.
No, he's in a great market, and then he knows what he's doing, and obviously he's diamond. He's got all the benefits. And
what time does the video drop tomorrow?
8 a.m. Pacific time.
So the 11 a.m. our time.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people will watch it because the headline is probably, it's not clickbait. It's true. And I actually didn't believe the guy initially myself. I was like, he sent me some stuff. I'm like, that's bullshit. And then I go, send me this, send me that, send me after the 15th email. I have everything. And I'm going like, well, he can't falsify all of this just to do it behind the wheel, bro. I mean, And the trip count matches. I mean, shit, man. He's got like I think 55,000 trips between two apps. And he's been deactivated 4 times.
That makes sense.
He drives the late night hours. I mean, he's just he's an animal. He's good for him. I'm just my hat's off to him.
So, like, no chance that this is like an account that's being shared or anything like that?
No, this is legit. Because I check with Uber if it's legit, so it's legit.
Yeah, it's like pretty crazy numbers. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
it's legit. I still did my little background check with Uber. They go like, "Yep, it's legit." I'm like, "Okay." Yeah, it's good for him. Look, and not everybody can do it. Obviously, it's 1 in a million. But the fact that he did it 4 years in a row, although his numbers took a little dip from 22 to 23 after upfront, so still over 200, but clearly there's a dip, and he did more trips. So
Hey,
it's
Sergio,
obviously he's getting a little hit because there's no incentives, right? There's no quests. So
hey, Sergio, so one of the things, like I always thought was funny is, how like Uber, they have account verification system
yeah,
where you have to take a picture of the face, right?
yeah.
Well, Lyft didn't do that, right? And now what I'm seeing, instead of doing the picture, what
Yeah.
they require you to do is randomly they say, "Oh, you need to input your social security number." And to me, like that's like the dumbest way to
Easy way to fake everything.
verify account. You know what I mean? I'm like, why do they do that instead of just like a picture?
They are trying a couple of different things. They're doing that, but they're also doing back and front of the driver's license. So
No,
that
I think the face is the best because like right there, you got to put up the face and get verified the moment you get it. If it's a driver's license, you could take a picture of it and just put it up. So like I don't
but
think
the face is not sufficient now because there are so many fake accounts, and they figured out it's not a secret how they get around it. So they're trying to move to the next level of authentication. So it's a tough thing to do, but they know about it, and then I'm like, face verification plus another step, maybe whatever, to get rid of all these oversaturated accounts. I mean, oversaturated markets. There certainly are many. I'm not going to say. I don't know. Maybe it's hundreds of thousands of dollars fake accounts. People are driving on other people's accounts, and it's certainly making a huge difference. Obviously, I mean, they're not doing anything because it benefits them, I guess, right? So until somebody gets killed or shot, and then they get sued. I mean, but then, they have figured out the numbers. They go like, yeah, we get sued 5 years later, but in the 5 years we're going to make 20x the money we're going to pay in the lawsuit anyway. They have figured all this thing out. I mean, is it the right thing to do? No, of course not. But yeah.
Yeah,
But,
because
yeah.
I actually have the site. I showed it to you where a lot of those fake accounts are coming from here in Austin, and
You should buy one.
it's $1,500.
How many?
1,500.
For a fake account?
Yeah, well, that's the last one I saw. It was like 1,500. I could get you an account.
Somebody told me they were able to get one for $100.
No. And remember, a lot of the illegals are getting those debit cards with like $3,000, so they can afford to pay for it real fast.
Yeah.
I heard indirectly know of a woman who pays I think $200 or $300 a week to use somebody else's account.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
That's insanity.
it makes sense because if you're like to the person that's paying, You know, if you work full time delivery, especially, couple of apps, you know, you can bring in 1,500 and 1,200 after paying the account holder. It's great money, bro. I mean, you know, they work their asses off. I'm not saying it's right. Don't growl at me. I'm trying to stop it. I'm trying to figure this shit out. How to get at it.
Then you went to blow his top.
He did.
Let
He
me see
blew
if
his
I
top.
can.
Shit. Sorry, Vinny. But yeah. Anyway. So what else is going on in you guys' world? Steven has a beard now. I don't know if I like you with a beard or without a beard, Steven.
I like
That's
the
not a
beard.
beard. That is a
Like,
bush.
well, no, your probably wife likes the beard. That's why you like the beard.
Right.
No,
Since
she
they're-
actually didn't want me to. She wanted me to keep it short, and I was like, "Nah, I want to let it grow out.
I think I
I
need
want. I have to
Vinny.
be."
Okay, I need
What?
Vinny to come back because I think he's probably the best expert in this question I'm about to ask. Is 2 days ago we had three black teens come to our door, and my wife went to the window. We have little like a window on the side of the door, and it was basically three black kids, and they said, "Hey, have you seen our mom?" And she's like, "No." Right? And then she's like, "Can we use your phone?"
Oh
Right?
no.
Right? Of course, she's like, "No." Right? And so she closed the blind, and then she told me about it. And then, like, two times, like maybe 30 minutes apart, we would hear this bang on the front door. Right? Basically, these kids or, teens were kicking the door and then running off or whatever. And so that's what led me to, like, this getting like pretty crazy, like this world and whatnot. And I need a gun.
Oh
And
yeah.
so I wanted to ask Vinny, like, what's the best gun? And I was doing some research.
Oh, I
You gotta
can
go
give
to the
you. I
range.
can give you. I can give you advice on that. I can give you
Okay,
advice.
I know this is off topic, but I was definitely looking not only for the house, but maybe even for I'm sorry, maybe I'm not supposed to say about the rideshare, but
No, you
just
can't.
for
You can't
concealed
say.
Yes, you
carry.
can. Yes, you can. We encourage it.
Okay,
Yeah, I know.
concealed
You can
carry.
encourage it, but then when he gets deactivated, you're not going to do anything about it. No, in
Look,
California, it's difficult to buy a gun, but I'm sure you will because your background check is going to be fine.
yeah, I'm not worried about qualifying for it, but like when you get a concealed carry permit,
You can't get it.
my understanding is only good for the state. So how do I get one
It
that's
doesn't.
like,
Yeah, you can't get one here.
California does not issue
California doesn't allow it.
permit.
you
Even when
can't?
you're going to go buy bullets, they have to run a background check on you. So
To buy ammunition?
yeah,
Yeah. In
Yeah.
Cali,
Really?
they're pretty
Yeah.
strict
Yeah.
over in Cali.
Yes.
yeah.
Ooh, ooh.
Not unless you move. Not unless you
You,
move to Texas or Florida. Then
you buy a gun today, it'll take you 2 months to get your gun. You pay for it, and then you have to wait 2 months, and then
I can walk in, pay for it, and walk right out right now.
yeah,
Bam,
I
bam.
know. Bullets is another thing. You need background check for that. If you buy over a certain amount of rounds, they're going to go to the FBI files, all that good stuff.
It's
Yeah,
500
is
rounds.
useless, ridiculous.
I can buy 1,000 at a time, 2,000, 3,000 at a time, right off the website, and be here tomorrow.
Mine get
well.
delivered right in the mail.
Not here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
this is the gun that I saw that was looking like it had good reviews, but I didn't know anything about it.
What is it?
I put it on the link on the chat.
Oh,
I think they call it 9mm, compact, whatever. It's like very easy to conceal or something. It's a 6-hour. Sure, I don't know, whatever.
Oh yeah, I have a 6-hour P226. It's the best gun, one of the best 9mm on the planet.
So this is a good gun. You recommend this?
Well, what is the
everybody says
serial?
that.
What is the serial number? Is P226?
Wait, hold on.
P223?
In Cali, can you guys go to the range and test out or no?
Yeah, I
Unless
go
you have
once
your
a
license.
week. I go once a week.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
Okay, so there you go. Do that first.
No, I have to buy the gun first.
Yeah,
you
that's
can't.
the small pocket version. But then I wouldn't. Yeah, P2. Yeah, P226 is, and I have the older German version, all metal. It's probably 18 years old, but it's still amazing. Um, the new 6 hours are all half plastic, like Glocks are.
Yeah, you can actually
Um,
exchange the sliders, right? They fit
oh,
perfectly.
the slide is metal on all of them. The body is plastic or some sort of
Right.
composite.
Yeah, you
Composite.
can. Okay.
Yeah. But on the new SIGs, they got bought out by a New Jersey company, and they changed the body to composite, which I don't like. I don't like the feel of it. But
Sergio, do you guys need a license to go in Cali to go to the range?
no, no, you can go
No.
indoor, outdoor, anytime you want.
Okay. Yeah. So even if you don't have even if you don't have a license, right?
No, yeah, but well, you have to, you have to have the bullets in the trunk, and then the gun has to be actually not
No, no, no. I'm
concealed.
talking about that if you don't have a gun. Let's say you just want to go there and test
Oh yeah,
out.
you can rent that. You can rent a gun and try it out. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
See, there you go.
So,
Do
Sergio,
that.
so can
That's
I
what you
rent
can do.
this gun to try it out?
Yeah, you can go like there is actually the closest to you probably will be there is a firing line in Glendale. You can go there and try a bunch of 9mm out.
Oh, okay, that's good.
While,
That's good.
while you're there, we zoom.
Yeah.
I want you, if just a suggestion, check out the Taurus G3C.
Can you put it on the chat?
Yeah, I won't put it in here, but I'll send you.
Okay,
I'll
yeah.
send
Text
you
it to me. Text it to me.
I'll text it to you.
Yeah.
I think you'll find that price wise versus misfire wise, it's probably the most reliable subcompact 9mm on the market.
Okay, yeah. I just need something like that's gonna do the job, and like it's not gonna be like
Well,
shooting all
you
over
don't
the
want too small of a gun because you don't know what you're dealing with.
No, I just want to be able to hit something.
Yeah, but
Well,
when
you don't
when
want the
they're on
jam.
drugs, you need a lot of stopping power. So
Yeah.
you'll hit them and
right.
they won't even feel it. So you need
Well,
something substantial. Like 9mm is okay, but it depends on the bullet you're using. If you use hollow points,
Hollow points.
yeah, but you can't buy hollow points in California anymore.
What?
Yeah, I have it. I have a whole bunch of it.
Look, just be glad you're not in California and let it go.
Wait, so you can't buy them, but you could have them?
You cannot. No.
You cannot.
But I have a whole bunch. I'll give you some if you want.
Okay.
What are you doing, Sergio? What are you talking about?
So 9mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
that's what
try
I
like
had.
something bigger. Like
Like-
a 40
Okay,
caliber.
like the link I put up for that gun, they have bullets right underneath. It looks like a hollow point, no?
Well, they may
You mean
show
y'all?
you that.
You mean y'all can't buy these in Cali, man? What the hell?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
look
hollow.
at the bullet that in the picture I sent. That's a hollow point, no?
Oh my God, these are my silver tips, and then I got my Xenons over here. These are nasty. These I can believe you would not be able to get in Cali. Oh shit, I don't think you can see it.
Yeah, I can't see
Anyway,
it.
you wouldn't be able to get these in California. If you can't get hollow points in California, you damn sure ain't getting these in California.
So can I ask you guys?
Okay, Silver Fox knows everything. He's got like 3-4 guns.
No, so I mean, Silver, do you carry while you're doing rideshare?
No.
That's none of your business.
No,
Okay,
nobody carries.
Silver Fox is correcting me. Yes, you can, Vinny, to what? To hollow points? Is that
I
what
don't
you're
know. I'm
saying,
just
Silver
going
Fox?
by what they said. Yes, you can, Sergio. I'm spreading FUD. Oh shit.
Okay.
What the hell?
Is that what he's saying? That you can buy hollow points?
I have no.
he's saying-
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
he's
what he's
saying you
saying. You can
can.
buy hollow points. Okay.
Okay, I have over 100 of them too, but can you currently, right now, tomorrow, walk in and buy hollow points, even with a background check? I don't think so, but I'll stand corrected. I have a 44 mag in my car. Yeah, that's a little overkill, bro. That's the dirty hairy gun, bro.
First, he's telling Kyle to wheel it back. Then he's like, okay, that's too much.
You feel lucky, punk gun. It's like, yeah.
Tell you what, if they knew, if somebody knew that's what you had, they're not going to mess with you. That's for sure.
Because I was watching a video, right? Because it kind of got me down this gun route because of those teens and like wanting to come into the house, and I'm like, wait a minute. And then I looked up some videos, and they were talking about you got to be careful because just because they come into the house doesn't give you the automatic right
No.
to shoot them.
I know
doesn't.
Well,
that part.
that
part-
You
depends
can
on
only
what
use
state
force
you're
for
in.
enforcement.
Correct. And
But
that's
that
in
depends on
California,
what
you can
state
only
you're in. That depends on
in
the state you're in.
California, you can only use force.
In California, if you see somebody with a knife in front of your door before they break in, you cannot shoot them from inside the house.
Nope.
Right.
If you do shoot them, you better open the door, drag him in, and shoot him a couple more times. Otherwise, you're going to
Yeah.
jail.
Yep.
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
Texas,
you
if they
can't
break
just
And
willy-nilly.
he's not suggesting that you commit a crime either. That's not
Yeah,
what
you
he's
can't
saying.
willy-nilly go shoot people in California.
yeah, in
Yeah,
Texas,
like-
if they break into your house, they forfeit their life.
No, because that's what I'm saying. So
dollar?
like they could break into the house, right? So
Yeah.
then they see me go grab my gun and they
Yeah.
see the gun, so they turn around to run out. And if you shoot them, basically you're screwed.
Correct.
Yeah,
You're
you shot him in
screwed.
the
Yeah,
back.
you can't shoot him in the
even though
back.
they're in your house.
Yeah.
Basically, it has
Well,
to be-
But
But they're surrendering. They're surrendering by running.
by
yeah.
So
leaving.
like,
Yeah.
but here's the weirdest one of all. If you look at the Castle Doctrine law in New Jersey, the guy can break in your house, could have you at gunpoint. He can have his gun pointed at you. You still have to try to escape before you shoot him back. I'm not bullshitting you.
That's
If you're on the second floor, they tell you need to try to egress out a window. The only
Wow.
place, bro.
Oh, you had told me before.
It is the dumbest shit I have ever heard of. I'd be in jail, bro. That's it.
You
Fuck
sure
it.
it's in New Jersey or New York?
It's fucking New Jersey. They got the dumbest gun laws on the
Vinny's-
book. Fuck
Vinny
it.
said,
The key
"I'll
word
be in
is
jail."
try.
Yeah, Silver
Just
Fox will
spending
correct
all
me
the
on this.
freaking money on Chris Christie's freaking donuts.
Silver Fox, correct me on this if I'm right or wrong on this one. I'm told by a police officer because the house across the street got robbed, and they tied this lady up, and 5 p.m. So, long story short, I mean, I have guns. I have 2 guns. I'm working on my 3rd, and so I was talking to the cops who showed up to get the fingerprints and shit like that. Anyway, the guy goes, in California also there is a rule that if you're really good shot and you hit the guy and take him down, don't go shoot him even if you kill
can't finish
somebody,
him
like
off.
you take 5 shots, group it like silver dollar and kill the guy. They may come after you saying that you didn't have to shoot him 5 times in a row. That they look at your grouping, like if you shoot one in the leg, one in the shoulder, one in the stomach, then you're okay. But if you really group it and you're like really tight shot, they go, don't shoot him more than a couple times. Once the guy goes down, it's done. You're done. So leave it alone. And I'm going like,
Oh.
What if
you
he
think
tries
I'm
to
going
get
to
up?
fucking count?
What?
What is happening?
What's this?
That was Eddie.
Eddie.
That was Eddie. I just had to kill his mic.
Yeah. What?
The fuck was all of that, Eddie? What are you
That
shooting
sounded
now?
like a machine gun, bro.
I thought officers were told to empty
He
the
opened
clip,
up
though.
his only guns and tried to open up his only guns.
That was
I had to
Eddie,
mute him, bro.
That was Eddie doing something. I don't know what he was doing.
Eddie, what the hell was you just, bro? What the fuck is up with your microphone? Okay, that's what he's done.
His mic died.
done. Yeah, his mic finally died or something. Man. Check your connection, bro.
Too much.
Playing with his mic cable. too
Handle
much,
the
yeah.
gun.
Can you do a review on that mic?
He's probably trying to get.
So I
some
was in the
fame.
middle of a live stream, and then
I don't want to know what Eddie does with his mic.
what finally seeped in? What am I saying? Anyway.
So, Kyle, if you're gonna get a gun, I highly suggest that don't just buy the gun, bring it home. Absolutely, go shoot a few hundred, if not 1,000 rounds through
Yeah.
it and practice.
So text me
And
that.
your wife
page
as
for
well,
me.
because the first thing you guys will do is just shoot yourself probably, or lose the gun, and they'll shoot you with your own gun. So,
Yep.
yeah, make sure you know how to
Definitely- you
use it.
definitely
You
wanna-
know what
yeah.
to do with it. I mean,
and you know what?
obviously,
It would not hurt people. I do suggest this to people. Would not hurt them to take an initial tactical class,
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
especially since a lot of times.
I'll say it for Omar.
And don't be afraid to
Oh, my
practice.
God.
Listen, don't be afraid to
Oh,
practice.
yeah, if I had a gun, of course I practice because
You
I
have
wanna
to.
make sure I shoot.
Listen, no magazine in. Just I'm talking about practice from your concealed position to find your best position, because what you think might be the most comfortable might not be your fastest draw.
Yeah.
So you have to really put some effort into it. It's not just okay, you buy a firearm and you're protected, because you already don't know how you. This is why I say take a tactical class, because you don't know how you're going to react in a situation until you're in that situation.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
Sergio said, you don't want to shoot yourself in the fucking dick or the foot, because then
Yeah.
you're really going to be in trouble. Now your wife's going to be mad at you. She can't get none no more.
So you can't go like shoot
No, she should
first
really
and
be mad
ask
at Vinny.
later.
Say again.
Oh,
You can't do shoot first and ask later.
Well, we
no.
can.
Well, they
We
can.
can.
Yeah. Well,
Florida
no. The other
can,
thing,
California
the other thing
can.
is, I mean, look, we
No.
never have. None of us have. I'm pretty sure maybe Vinny has. I don't know.
What's that?
I've shot an actual human being.
We
It's not
won't
like
have
going
that
shooting
conversation.
paper
Ryan.
targets. So they're gonna. I mean, it's not an easy thing to do, obviously, which I hope I will never find out. But, so, and it doesn't like shooting somebody. Most gunfights. The cops say what they happen within 8 feet of each other most of the time, and even cops missed. So like, it's not easy. And
No,
it's
it's
not
not.
like the cowboy movies that you see that the guy's like 100 yards out there and then the guy shoots him with one shot, takes him down off a horse or some shit. It doesn't work like that. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. So if you're going to buy a gun, buy a gun. It's a good thing, especially this day and age. Definitely.
Remember, the only people the law serves are those who obey it.
Well, I'm just
Those who
preparing myself for
Those who don't obey
November.
the law, it don't matter.
The
Those who don't
second
obey the
part is
law,
to
it doesn't
prepare
matter.
for November.
What's happening in November?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, election.
Listen, yeah, bro. Listen, we can sit and joke about that shit, but you know what's coming out April? What is it? The third week of April is that movie comes out from Angel 23 Studios.
Oh yeah.
Civil War. Civil
Yeah.
War.
Oh yeah.
And where are we? I mean, I kind of feel like the nation's already on a keg, on a powder keg as it is.
Yeah. Doesn't it feel like we're
you-
already in Civil War?
Yeah, it does. It absolutely does.
Yeah.
It absolutely does. I was watching today for the first time this year. I turned on the news, and I was flip-flopping back between Fox and CNN, and it was amazing to me that one segment of Fox, they were like, kissing up Nikki Haley's ass. Then the next segment of Fox, they're kissing up Donald Trump's ass. Then you go over to CNN, and they're all up and down Joe Biden's ass. It's like nothing's changed.
Yeah.
This is what I mean about the uniparty and this, that, and the other. Nothing's changed, bro. Nothing's changed. And so then when we look at our own little world with Rideshare, and you got people beating their heads against the wall, trying to make a difference, and yet nothing changes. And like you say, we Zoom, and to a part, Sergio, I know you guys are fighting the war, but and you're going to lose some battles along the way. But the same people that are sitting on this panel right now and in our chat group right now probably won't be in this game 5 years from now, and that's probably when the difference will be made. So it's how do we make it better for ourselves now? Now is the key.
No, that's difficult, but you're gonna make it for somebody better for somebody 5 years from now because Rideshare is not going anywhere. So, that's the thought I have. It's not like what's happening now.
Well, until Tesla Robotaxi comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Rideshare's done.
Yeah.
You're laughing. It's coming.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Elon's
saying.
good. Elon, he's already said.
Kyle,
Name one
we
thing.
I was
took the
going
last
to
Waymo
comment
ride.
on Sergio.
We took the last Waymo ride, Kyle. They
Yeah.
banned Waymo in California. I mean, in LA. No more Waymo.
Did
Oh,
they
really?
really?
Yeah,
Something
today.
happened?
No, nothing happened. CPUC said nope, not gonna give you anything in LA.
What,
anywhere.
they saw our car do that hook?
Exactly. They probably saw that accident avoidance there that the car did, and I was like, "Shit, that was our chance to get millionaires rich." That Waymo should have hit that car. And yeah,
Wow, they
stopped
got
it today.
shut down. Wow.
Yeah, I didn't get my invitation. Luckily, we did that with you, so that was good.
That was good. That was kind of cool. I liked it.
Yeah. And then in the same breath, in Arizona now, Waymo has permission to drive on the highways.
Where?
In Arizona.
In highway? Wow.
Yeah. So
that's
this
your
is what I
fence.
mean.
I would figure that would be safer than the street.
You would think, right? The highway would seem like it would be safer, right?
Yeah, I would think it's easier, less obstacles.
If there's any spot I would want one of those vehicles to be on, it would be on the freeway.
Yeah, like on my Tesla, I would think like AI. I mean, the self-driving on a freeway.
I love the self-driving.
Like 99%, I would trust it on the freeway.
Yeah. Well, they stopped it, so we'll see. Yeah, bummer. But that thing drove well, man. I mean,
bummer for who?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty solid. Like I said, I don't believe that people say that this technology is still 10, 20 years away. I don't believe it. I think it's like more like 5 years away.
yeah. Well, they said the Tesla new 12.2.1 is supposed to be so much better than already. It doesn't do. They said, you know how when we did it with you, the car was like would do that phantom braking out of the blue, it just brake.
Yeah.
They said that's gone, and then they also said the lane drift is gone. So I'm like, okay, you know.
Yeah, it's basically making its own decision based on the information it's getting real time, not relying on a past video feed that they got from their previous drive arounds. So no, I've heard a lot of crazy stuff about the new 12.
Tesla's automation system works with all the other Teslas too. He did mention a while ago that he needed to have a certain amount of cars on the road for the system to work efficiently, and now he's gone way over what he really needs.
That was a really great article. It was a great article about how actually Tesla is in the lead because of the ease of just they just use 6 or 8 cameras around the car, and Waymo's. I didn't know, by the way, that in that article they said that Waymo that we were in, Kyle, was like $200,000 with all the LiDAR and the equipment on it, and I'm going like, imagine scaling that for a $5 ride. Yeah, sure, that's profitable. That's really smart.
And they need a $150 cleaning fee for.
I mean, right now the only company that could do that would be Tesla. I don't see anyone else who could scale to that point.
Well, Tesla is scaling by selling cars. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's to scale to be able to.
When he goes live, all the cars get an update.
That charging network alone is $1 billion a year business.
Yeah.
Just the charging network alone.
For sure.
If he separated the infrastructure out on its own, the charging network on its own, which trust me now, as Steven and Nick call me now, I'm no longer a Tesla noob. I'm a veteran now, right? They've been telling me I'm a veteran now, right?
I don't know. Right? At least a first grader now.
At least first grade? Okay, first grade. I can tell you this. The fucking Tesla superchargers compared to the third-party chargers, including our state power company, there's no comparison, bro.
Yeah.
There's no comparison just to the charging network alone.
I'm telling you now, and then when you get it, your home charging, I'm telling you, it's gonna be another whole layer where like
then I'm at like 8 cents a kilowatt hour.
Well, I don't know. Well, maybe in Florida, but not here.
It's I can tell you, I can tell you what I pay a kilowatt hour.
Kyle, how much is a kilowatt? How much is a kilowatt at your house?
24.
It's that high?
Damn.
Jeez.
God, I charge for less than that down here most of the time.
Yeah.
What the hell?
But that explains our rates. That explains our rates over
that's at the off-peak time.
Yeah.
Really? Oh my God.
That's like the cheapest we could get it here in California.
What
like,
are you
Super-
LADWP or are you some other company?
Yeah, I'm DWP.
Edison?
I'm Edison.
Oh, yeah, maybe that. I think mine is cheaper. Mine is like 18 cents, I think.
Yeah,
I wish I could get 18 cents.
Yeah, and then you go to like a supercharger. Some supercharger at the peak is like 56 cents per kilowatt.
Yeah.
Some are
At
at
that
6.
point, yeah,
You haven't
I mean,
seen
at
any
that
of them at
point,
60
it's
or
like the
70
same price
cents?
as gasoline.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
did you
y'all
guys
got it.
hear? Did you guys hear today? Our friend Will Coleman, who was on our show, Alto CEO. Alto shut down in Miami and
Yeah,
Washington
we
D.C.
talked about
Oh, really?
we talked about that last week when because remember Ron works for Alto.
Oh, he got laid off.
Not yet, but it's coming. Yeah, they were given 60 days, I think is what it
Oh,
was.
he
for
knew
him.
that already. He said that. Well, no, it hit the news today. I didn't know. And
Yeah, no, we knew about it last week, and we were
yeah,
holding
so
back.
300 drivers more coming to the market now, right back to
Oh,
rideshare.
what's 300?
Well,
Nothing.
yeah, I don't know.
So
Yeah,
that
so
so
much
that
for
goes.
that idea.
But so now the next group, right, who might go down to be the what's the name of that company? Empower.
That's already
You got
dead.
it. And what about Revel at New York City, the all Tesla EV rideshare company?
So we're gonna interview the Revel CEO next month. Supposedly they're doing okay. You know, yeah, I was. I mean, I'm not surprised with Alto because their capital expenditures are so high. They own the damn car. They have all these expenses. Like, you know, it's
And
tough.
yet,
I'm
and
just
yet there's
wondering.
companies coming in with that drive vehicles that drive themselves, and they think that the cost isn't going to outdo. They're not going to make. They're going to make enough money to cover the cost of these vehicles.
No, it's expensive, man.
When
It doesn't make any sense.
If Tesla goes live with their cars, you know, with their autonomous taxi, how many of you guys are gonna turn your cars on and just let them go?
It makes me money. I'll do it.
Depends
You know,
on
that's
your
a good
return.
question.
I will.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that's true.
really
Yeah.
Well,
is.
of course, everybody's gonna want to find out what kind of return they're gonna get, but they have to send out the cars
Initially,
out.
it
And
would
also,
probably
what kind
be-
of maintenance are they going to promise they're going to cover? So I'm not getting my car back with a bunch of torn seats and ridiculous.
Yeah. Well,
Correct.
yeah, that's a while to go, but
You,
I'm
Sergio,
still-
you
I'm
think
still
if it's going to
Sergio,
be
you
anything
think
like
it's a while to
Toro,
go?
Huh?
if it's going to be anything like Toro, I'm not going to. There's no way I'd put my car on that platform.
well,
Exactly.
I mean, you're going to
because
have
Toro is
potentially
bad.
20, 30, 40 people get in and out of your car.
I mean, I do that daily. I mean, weekly. So
While
I
you're
mean,
in the
if that's
car, though. While you're in the car,
true.
but now
True.
there's nobody in the car, and well, God knows what happens in that car.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
and
that's
then
why I'm
you have
saying
to
it
have-
all. To me, for me to seriously consider it, it all comes down to what kind of guarantee they're going to give me on maintenance and repair on my car. Because if I'm going to come back to it and they're going to tell me, oh well, you know, that's just how it is. That's normal wear and tear. We're not going to cover blemishes on your seats when they. I've literally been driving the car for years. They're not going to cover that. I'm not even going to try it. I'm not going to test it. What's the incentive? What's
Yeah,
going to
that-
pull
I
me
don't
in?
know.
Like crypto. What entice people to really get into it? These high interest yields from these platforms, and then they fold it on themselves. So
Yeah, I don't know.
And I'm wondering what they're gonna do about the charging too. I think they're
yeah,
gonna do,
I'm kind of worried
have
about
it-
that because they're opening it up to the other vehicles. I think it's good that other vehicles we're finally going to get almost in a sense a standardized charging system because everybody's just going to be using Teslas. But I'm worried about congestion.
Hey, I just posted to a link to a post on the chat. Instead of doing Austin, can we just do it to New York so we could get this $10,000?
Oh, you guys saw that, huh?
Dude,
You guys
Mayor
saw that?
Adams giving away $10,000, no check
questions
ID,
asked.
nothing.
Nothing. Just walk up, get a $10,000 debit card, and see
No
you next
fraud
year.
control, no restriction, man. Forget Austin. Let's just go to New York and get our money.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I think that's why I just put a report on my Twitter that a whole bunch of Hawaiians from Maui,
Did you
they're
see that
going
shit,
all
man?
the way up to New York to collect $10,000. That's why.
You know what? New York is basically taking Trump's money and spreading the wealth.
Well, they ain't got his money yet, so I don't know what the fuck
They're
they're spreading.
anticipating.
No, they're spending the rest of our taxpayer. I don't want to have this conversation, bro. I don't want to have this conversation. It's 11 o'clock. We're dragging a little bit, so I think we're gonna wind. I think
no ID check.
I think we're gonna wind this one up, and then we can move this conversation into the after show after the garage, the live rideshare garage after dark on the Discord channel in the live. So let's go ahead and take this one and wrap it up, guys. I know tonight we talked about a couple of things that might not be affecting your market yet, but it's coming because if XXL works here, they're going to move it around. They're just going to move it around. It is happening in other markets, so just be aware of it. If you're an XL driver,
I have a question about that. Is that, do you think, is that like the Lyft Lux to comfort move, like they're trying to get rid of Premier? Is what they're trying to do?
No, I think it's more of they have enough riders that think you're a fucking U-Haul with these SUVs, and when you pull up with something like what I have or a QX60 or something like that, that does carry 6 people. That was the intent, but they've got 12 and 14 freaking bags. They don't need an Uber. They need the shuttle service. But remember, the shuttle service went out of business during the beginning of the pandemic. So
yeah,
I think they're trying to fill that gap, but they're going to inadvertently hurt. Well, you know what? It's Uber. They know what they're doing. They're going to hurt Premier SUV drivers because now instead of them having to order a Premier SUV, they're going to order a double XL, and eventually, like all drivers do, and I'll challenge anybody on this. Like all drivers do, they'll capitulate and they'll drop down to those levels.
What is double XL like? How many people? Is it still for 7
6
people?
people and extra luggage.
And room for the luggage.
Extra luggage. So just for the luggage, that's basically it.
Yeah.
Yes, just for the luggage. Still only 6 people max.
So what's the difference between like a minivan and that thing?
Some of the minivans do qualify.
The minivans qualify.
A minivan qualify for XXL?
Siennas, Odysseys, yeah.
Pacificas.
Oh, okay. So XXL pays more than XL, I'm assuming?
Oh, yeah.
But then not as much as black.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Here, I'll show you.
Black plays way more.
Wow.
Hold on, I'll show you.
Well, then that may be the game, Vinny. I don't know. They may be getting rid of black.
Here, I'll show you right now.
I don't think they'll get rid of black, but I think they'll definitely. They're going to pull a lot. They're going to pull a lot. I mean, because regular black.
Here's XXL. Forget the discount price, right? This is the discounted price. That's XXL. Here, wait a minute. Oh, hold on. Here's XL, $32. Okay. $32 on the XL, $37 on the XXL right there. And then the
Which
Premier,
some XLs could do XXL as well.
Oh, yeah.
That's
the minivans can, but I can't. My XT6, the QX60s, which are the most popular midsize SUVs on all these platforms, they can't do XXL. But look at the difference now. The Premier SUV is $20 or more than the XXL. So these guys will start to capitulate down here.
Yeah.
Because here's the other part to this. Here's the other part to this. Yeah, look at this. This was from the airport early today. This was from my airport, Fort Lauderdale. Okay. Premier SUV, 26 to 30. XLs, 50. XXL, 25. So there are less XXLs than there are Premier SUVs. This is going to be the one Uber's going to push the shit out of. Because they're going to be able to get these cars to come down here.
Or maybe they're trying to get rid of a Premier SUV. Okay.
Hey, look at Vinny. Comfort Electric, only 1 to 5. That's you.
What happened now?
Comfort Electric, that's you. Only 1 to 5.
Bro, since I picked up this Tesla, I have not sat in that airport lot at all. The only time I go to the airport is when I get a ride in, and I get rematched out about 80% of the time.
Yeah, get out of there.
And don't get tricked by that. I've been in a bunch of the queues, and Comfort Electric doesn't get selected that often.
Yeah, you literally sit on the front of the queue for 2 hours.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Listen, y'all can sit in that queue. I ain't sitting
Exactly.
in no
I'm
queue.
good. I'm good.
And I
Are you
used-
buying your Tesla yet, Vinny?
we are making plans to make the purchase. Yeah, I'm in, bro. I'm convinced. Listen,
All
like I said, the first month alone, I saved over $300 in fuel. Made the same money.
Yeah.
So that
Plus,
alone.
you got that lower kilowatt. Are you going to install it? Oh, that's right. You said you can't install it.
No, I can't install that here. But I've got the chargers. I've got everything ready to go. So it's just a matter of me now,
Okay.
But I've got to deal with, I told Drive Whip I'd give him at least 3 months. So we're at the end of the March. So, we'll see. We'll see when I pull the trigger. What about you there, Hossie? Can we make that thought known to public or what?
No.
Okay.
So Sergio, you're gonna go to the Rideshare garage rally?
Where is that at?
End of
I
July,
wasn't here.
end of June, end of June.
End of June in Austin, Texas.
Where is it at?
Austin, Texas.
Boiling an egg.
I thought it
on
was
the
in New
front.
York.
Oh yeah, don't bring a barbecue. You don't need it. Just pick the nearest rock.
Wow. So there's a Thunder. What is that called?
Rideshare garage rally.
It's a rally, bro.
Rideshare
It's
garage
like
rally
a
in
cannonball
Austin,
run.
Texas, bro.
It's like a cannonball
You're
run.
gonna have good barbecue.
You're gonna have a good barbecue. We're gonna sit around and kick Eddie's ass. He's gonna show us all about how he's gonna teach us all how to have an OnlyFans page.
Yep.
He's gonna be.
I'm gonna show you guys how to swim in the lake safely.
Yeah, we're bringing Nick and I are bringing scuba tanks and snorkels and fins, and we're bringing the AKs, because we can have those here in Florida.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I can't. I don't even know what I'm doing next week. So.
Hey buddy, listen, we got 2 guys driving out from California to Austin. Okay.
Who's that?
Steven and Buddha are driving.
Me.
Kyle's gonna try to make it.
I'm like a 75%.
Already?
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear.
I have to. I'm making the shirts for the rally.
You can't stay awake.
Oh, okay.
You're
the
too old to
merchandise
drive.
guy.
Don't want to hear that.
Yeah, I'm on the shirt, so I got to do it. I got to be there.
That's right.
Okay.
He's the official sponsor. And remember, it's all for charity, bro.
Okay. We'll
For every driver that shows up to the rally, I'm going to put $100 in. And then that money will be split out between Tunnels to Towers and the victims of rideshare violence.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so if Sergio goes, I think we could get at least another 10 more people to come.
Yeah.
Hells yeah.
Sure.
They all want to meet the guru.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me survive Oakland next month, and then let's see if I don't get killed up there, and then we'll see how it goes.
Just bring your guns.
Do we need to give you do we need to get you a GoFundMe account for your personal protection vest?
Safety? Yeah. Well, actually, the driver emailed me that because there was an idiot on Twitter talking shit, one of my trolls, whatever. And then another driver says, "You should have a GoFundMe page. What if this guy shows up in San Francisco?" I go, "He shows up. He shows up. What am I supposed to do?" I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
worry
you
about
can't.
it.
You can't.
What am I going to cower forever? Yeah.
What up, Kerry? You joining us late, buddy? We get ready to shut this one thing down, Hoss.
He's like grooming.
He's shaving.
I
bro.
see that.
Wait, hold on.
Your mic is off.
Mic is off.
Yeah, you
buddy.
didn't realize
Yeah, your
your
mic is off.
Oh, repeat, redo, redo.
Yeah, repeat again.
No, still out. Still out.
Just
No,
rewind
mic's
all
still
that.
No, hell no, we can't hear you,
We
bro.
still can't hear
Gail.
So anyway, while Kerry's getting his mic adjusted, we're gonna start with the driven dad. All right, buddy, 15 seconds or less. Let's give a tip for the week so we can move this thing along.
He's on a trip.
Stay driven.
There you go. Stay driven. Stay driven. Nick, what you got?
Like I always say, make your money, but don't forget about your family. Don't forget about your loved ones. It's cool to be out on the road. It's cool to work a job, but your family needs you as well. So don't forget to spend time with them.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Kyle, what do you got, buddy?
I guarantee if you put 12-hour days, 7 days a week, you will make money. So don't be slouching like Steven and get out there and make money. Like Steven's always on our channel is like saying, yeah, I'm slacking. Yeah, I've been slacking.
Oh
Put the
my
time
God.
in. Put the time in.
All right. Steven, rebuttal.
Can you hear me now?
Steven.
No, there is no rebuttal.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know.
Yeah, there is. I did say I'm slacky. But I also let the W2, so whatever. But what's it called? YouTube University. Look, Vinny already said we don't know how long this stuff is going to be around, and picking up another skill, even if you don't have one currently, is going to be drastically important for you. You might even be able to leave this game before everything falls apart. So take advantage of YouTube University, find a skill, and take on some new work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Eddie.
Yeah, just work on your little side hustle. I like day trading, and that's what I'm sticking with. So,
are you still going with the blue line, green line, yellow line?
The green line over the yellow line. Yes, I'm still going with the green line over the yellow line.
You can ask Vinny about my green line, blue line tomorrow.
No. Listen, I'm already going to my grave with about 150 non-disclosure agreements, and Sergio put me under another one. So fuck that. Y'all ain't getting me in that shit.
Okay, I will never send you those again. Okay, is it my turn? My turn. Okay, two things. Please watch Behind the Wheel tomorrow and get inspired. If you're Steven, like lazy ass sitting on his chair. And the second one, I think I caught the tail end of Kyle saying that the protests work. I agree with him. Protests work. In fact, I testified yesterday in front of the Colorado Senate committee, and that was our win right there. We're going to pass the transparency bill in Colorado. So, see, things are moving. They're moving slow, but they're moving in the right direction. We're getting these wins, and I'm very hopeful about 2024. So there you go.
Okay, Kerry, rider tip before we close out, bro. We get ready to dip. What's the tip?
Okay, rider tip. First of all, I fuck with all of y'all, man. I come home on Wednesday just to listen to y'all. Number one, rider tip. Somebody talked about this earlier, bro. I've noticed that take Uber X's, bro, if you have a Tesla, because I've noticed that I've been taking Uber X's and I've been averaging 200, 250 easily. And I've been comparing it that the comfort rides sometimes, especially in Orlando, they're making you travel longer to do like a 15-minute pickup for a 10-minute ride for $10. When I can do a 2-minute pickup for $9, 15 minutes.
Comfort's trash.
And just try to take as much as I just been, because I just love doing Uber, man. It is what it is. And just take as much as rides as you can, man, as much as you can tolerate it. And you're going to make the money. It's still out there, bro. I've been averaging this week 200, 250 every day, bro. And I think on Monday I did 6 hours. I did 190, 6 hours. There's no job out there, and there's still no job out there that's going to pay you $185 for 6 hours. I haven't found it. That's $26, $27 an hour. That's pretty good. So
yeah, no, you ain't wrong about that, bro. You get in where you finish. Sergio, Kerry is not new. Kerry's been a part of the channel for a while. Kerry's got a very interesting story. We'll try to get that hooked up next week for Kerry. Cool. I know he was trying to get in here. I just needed Eddie to get him the
I don't know. I thought Kerry was ready to shave his head. He had his clipper in his hand.
Nah, I grew my hair, man.
I thought you were ready to shave it in front of the live stream.
No, I thought I was going bald. So now I'm like,
yeah, I was so excited because I thought this was gonna be like live stream, like instant TikTok.
Just trimming the goatee. I'm cutting back on haircuts too because they tax us $50 a cut. So
you ain't bullshit.
Yeah.
Shit.
I don't know what they started making they start charging people like they're fucking lawyers now. I don't know what the fuck.
Hell, you walk into some of them barbershops, you think you were walking into an attorney's office. The way they got that shit decked out.
True.
All right. My final comment will be this. Learn from everybody. Do what you got to do to make your money. Don't be afraid of it. Stay safe. don't forget, in the mornings in the Discord now, we do have a voice chat room called the Trading Room. And if you want to come in there and just kind of listen into what we're doing, it's not financial advice. You come in there, we'll try to explain what we think we know to you. If you want to listen, if you want to fall around, if you want to talk about other types of skill sets, no matter what it is, bro. The Rideshare Garage Discord is now about the pivot. It's about the pivot. So if you want to get into something different, come in there and check us out. Everybody knows you want to learn about the Amazon Influencer Program. Come on in there too. I'll be happy to explain it to you the way I know how it works for me, how it's been working for me. Eddie's done a little bit of it. And that's it, man. Like, listen, this shit ain't going to get no better in no time soon. These guys are going to work hard on it, and God bless them. I support them. But, you know, I think there's bigger things at play that are hurting us more now, way beyond rideshare. So we got to be prepared for it.
If you can't beat them, join them.
If I can't beat them, I shoot them. And don't
Hey,
worry
Vinny,
about
I'm still serious about that. Y'all slide through to my house, man, on the way up. I got y'all. You already know, man.
I got it. Listen, so I don't know if Thomas is still on the line or not. I got to go to Orlando. Orlando. Fuck me. I got to go to Tampa Saturday. So I'll be up in that area. I know that's about an hour and a half away from you, Kerry. But you never know. I might get a ride to Orlando. You never know.
I heard they're paying more in Tampa, bro. So
Vinny, I'm going to introduce you to Trent. Sorry, to Trent. You'll like him.
Who is Trent?
Trent.
I like women, bro.
No, man. He's an ex border patrol agent and ex Uber driver. But now he's got his own business. He's got a Tesla and an Escalade. He's doing amazingly well in his own private business. He's driving the ex-president's sons and things like that. So I think you guys will go on. I don't know.
Real quick before I take off, yo, Sergio, I gotta tell you something, bro. You like really sound like you got some inside shit, bro. I like sometimes tune in just to hear this shit. Like he gotta be like the CIA of this fucking shit because the shit he be saying, like, yo, this is interesting. Like, what the fuck? How do you know that shit? Like, yo. I'll be telling you,
I gotta get crystal ball, buddy.
I've been drinking, watching y'all for the last hour. I love it.
Okay, listen. I haven't met you before, but I like your energy, right? Can you watch because like he was so pumped up. He goes like, I work 6 hours, make a couple $100, right? Okay. I'm putting on a driver tomorrow. I interviewed him already. He grossed 200,000 plus 4 years in a row driving Uber X.
Big dog.
And his best year was $240,000.
I mean,
you will get inspired.
Yeah, that's like
he will get inspired. He will get inspired.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think this year, and that was because I was doing a lot of my social media stuff. But off just Uber, I made 67. And I tell anybody, how many people out there right now making 67,000?
Yeah.
Right?
Nobody. That's what it really is.
Good for you. See, that's the blood you need. Not you these fat cats sitting fucking in the
I started. I already told you. I started knowing about this shit with Eddie when he got me with that Tesla shit. With that, I'm making $5 million a week. I was like, what the fuck? I'm gonna go get me a fucking.
Sergio.
I still want to know watching. I'm stuck watching Vinny's fucking Model Y. I'm over here stuck like, what the fuck he got there? Maybe
I don't know if you can see this. Can you see this?
It's blurry.
It's a
it looks like fat cat numbers.
I see a lot of numbers.
Okay. So I just divided 240,000 by how many days in a year?
Yeah.
365. Do you know how much per day he has to make?
$657
a day. That's what he has to average.
I believe that because some people are just that like now. Okay, let's say we're all bartenders. Not all of us are gonna make the same amount of money. There's that one bartender that makes money, and everybody's looking at them like, "How'd you make that 700?" Don't worry about it. You're not me.
His best week ever on Uber alone. Best week ever on Uber was Halloween 2021. $5,300.
Woo!
Oh my God, in one day? That's just right there?
1 week.
Yeah, 1 week.
And his best month out of all his 1099s was $18,000 a month.
Dang. Yeah. It's out there. I tell everybody. People ask me every day, "Oh, does Uber really make that money? Do they do this?" I'm like, bro, if you work hard, everything works, bro.
What state is he
true.
in?
He's on
Well,
two
listen.
apps. He's on two apps. He's most of it,
Okay.
75% of it is on Uber, but he's on two apps. You know, he finishes his 12 hours. I'm sure he puts in another few hours on Lyft before he goes home. And, you know, he's doing it, man. Look, I mean, I'm telling you, it's inhuman to do, but he's doing it.
I'm going to watch the video tomorrow.
Watch it.
That's the
You're
videos
doing it.
tomorrow, 9 a.m., 8 a.m. Pacific time. So that'd be 11 a.m. Eastern Coast time.
Oh, yeah.
On the
Everybody
real
keep
code.
working out, too. Don't be, hey, work out. What happened to that competition? Who won that shit?
Shit.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay, listen.
We all slid.
Before you showed up, Steven over there was eating 2 burgers as big as his head. Okay? Literally, like as
You
big
know,
as his
wait.
fucking head.
But do you know what I
Well-
had for lunch?
Hey, yo,
How's he
and Eddie,
winning
there's
what
no way
contest?
Eddie,
Still
you're
doing-
5'6", bro. I swear to God, I thought you were like
Over there,
6'5", and your YouTube.
I'm still doing 10 push-ups for every ride I give and 10 squats for every ride I turn down.
There we go.
Wow, I like that.
There we go.
That's what I've been doing. And you know, and I understand that not everybody can do full-on push-ups. So you get a little older and you've been through a few things. There are certain ways that you can use the back of your car to get your push-ups in. And you can build it up. It's not about being Superman on the first day. It's getting yourself built up. So now as soon as I can start to incorporate some of this ab workout, core workout into that, then I would be very happy. But right now, I'm getting it done. I'm down under 228. So I was at 240 before I got sick. Now I'm down to 228. Let's get it.
Let's
go.
Eddie, hell yeah.
Eddie,
you know,
be some buff ass fucking Uber
Yeah,
driver.
but I know what you had today, Vinny.
Huh? Oh, I had Charlie's
what
today.
I know what you had today, Vinny.
I had Charlie's.
Hey,
I
Vinny,
had
that's called breaking the what's it called? Breaking the cycle. You fucking changed
Yes,
it again.
sir.
We're gonna make a fucking whole line of buff ass Uber drivers. Fuck that.
Hey, look,
I like
if
it.
you really want to
I
get
think you will
serious,
fail on that one.
hey,
I-
if you really want to get serious about getting your ass in shape when you're out there on the road, go get yourself I don't know if you guys can see these, but these are resistance bands.
Oh, that shit works.
These resistance bands, bro. These things, you look, they go in the car. I do my squats with these. I don't do the push-ups with these, but you can sit there and you listen, bro. I'm just trying to say, ain't none of us gonna be Arnold.
It's
Ain't none
not
of us
that,
gonna be
yo,
Arnold.
Vinny. It's not
But
that.
if Carrie,
When
if
he
Carrie
gets the
can
red
come
one?
back, but if Carrie can come back from a fucking lethal spinal injury and start walking again, my bitch ass can do fucking 10 push-ups for every ride I get.
But you goddamn right you can. Fuck out of here. No excuses, bro. No fucking excuses, bro.
Now, hopefully we get Sergio motivated now.
Well, I mean, I'm waiting.
Well, I'm overweight. Is that why you're saying?
No,
Eddie,
Eddie, 2 push-ups.
you're gonna be
I had a
motivated.
very healthy dinner tonight, bro. Let me tell you that.
In
But
2
no,
weeks,
I need to lose some weight.
In 2 or 3
But,
weeks. In 2 or 3 weeks,
Kyle, why
Eddie,
don't you tell the guys about the guy that was at LAX when we were doing the photo shoot that day? What that guy was doing? Maybe we should start doing that.
Oh yeah, he's literally waiting at the lot on the floor meditating. He's sitting there like eyes closed, legs crossed on the floor meditating.
Yoga, whatever the fuck he was doing.
that motherfucker was
He
asleep,
was like-
man. Kiss my ass. He was sleeping.
He
I
can.
hear that.
No, he was not asleep. He was
I
not.
met some people that can sleep with the standing up.
Conehead?
I was in the military. You learn how to sleep standing up, bro. Trust me.
If you're tired, hey, Vinny, if you're tired enough, you gonna fall asleep with however. That's however. It's a fact.
Anyway, all right. We gotta wrap this up, guys.
All right, guys. Good seeing
Thank you, everybody, for joining us
out
tonight.
there. Peace.
I'm gonna keep
We'll see
watching
you.
you. I love y'all, man. Be safe,
We'll
guys.
see you in the trading room tomorrow morning. We'll see you in the Discord in about 5 minutes. Y'all take care.
Lift to the moon.
Lift to the moon.
Except for our pin.